Welcome, everybody, to episode 97 of Storm King's Thunder right here at Proficiency Bonus. We are so glad, once again, that you're able to join us this evening. We have a couple quick shout-outs to get out of the way. We want to shout out to some of our partners and sponsors, Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice for all their support, and also our friends over at Little Dragon Corp for all their awesome dice and RPG merchandise that they have available. If you type in !Little Dragon in the chat, you'll get a link to their storefront where you can purchase all these awesome things. Don't forget to tell them we sent you, and you can use the coupon code BONUS during your checkout to get 10% off of your order, just because, hey, you're hanging out with us. Yeah, so this is going to be our last episode of Storm King's Thunder in 2019, folks.
You scared me for a second.
Yeah.
Jeez.
MG's heart stops.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we're traveling into the Shadowfell, so we'll be back in 2013 to see you again.
There you go. So, excuse me. That being said, I wanted to throw out a couple of announcements very quickly. We are getting very close to the end of Storm King's Thunder here with the group. We are going to be rebranding Friday night stream. It's going to still feature the same characters, our same wonderful characters that we've all have been growing to love, and some have learned to love. Over the course of these 2.5 years that we've been playing together. We're going to rebrand, probably retitle after this campaign is over, and just continue on with the story after this Storm King's Thunder module is finished. In the gap that's between finishing this module and then heading off to whatever adventures our heroes want to try to accomplish after that, we are going to have a special Friday night session where it's going to be kind of like a behind the DM screen session where we all get together and we kind of ask questions, chat about the module, maybe share some things you liked about the actual module, things that you didn't like, things that you have questions about, things I might get to share some things that you missed, or what was here, what was there, just concerning the module. Now, there might be some things I won't be able to say depending on, how it applies to the story and the story going forward. But there will be a lot that we can kind of talk about and give it kind of a review on what we think and throw it out there. And this will give us a little buffer before we move on with our rebranding and our retitling of the stream for Friday night. So those are death to the gods. We got some all kinds of.
He's mad because I redid Little Dragon Core for the refresh of the stream. He's like, the first one, I did it first, and Captain's like, the first one didn't count.
First one, yeah.
So
they couldn't hear you, and they couldn't see your chats. That's
What kills me is it's my own player poking the DM.
So that being said, we are getting near the end. I'm not sure when it will end. It just depends on what our players decide to do here in the next couple of episodes, or who knows?
Seconds.
Minutes. Never know how quick this.
roll initiative. 6 seconds. Let's go.
Never know how quick this stuff can change. So, couple announcements. I think there will be some proficiency bonus episodes of streams next week, even though Christmas is going to be here, the holidays. We are going to have some streams take place. I think Tuesday's Tabletop Legends are going to do some kind of special one-shot on Tuesday. It's probably going to be a pre-recorded, so it won't be live, but they'll have some pretty cool stuff going on there. I think Matt's got something special planned for that as well. What about Curse of Strahd, Sarah? Do we have any Curse of Strahd going on this week?
We do.
Okay.
We do. We should be getting tried. No one's Kaplan's told me otherwise, that she can't make it, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But I think all my other players are good to go. So
Cool. What about we met in a tavern? Are we gonna have a?
We're supposed to at this point. I'm got one player who said they may not be able to make it, so we're sort of holding. But if something crashes last minute and people can't make it, we may throw some sort of episode together. Maybe see if I can grab a couple of people and do some stupid video game like Ultimate Chicken Horse or
Nice.
I mean,
something like that.
Cool.
Will do.
What about Mystic Hour for this week? Do we have any Mystic Hour?
Mystic Hour next week is going to be Boxing Day for Canada, so no.
Oh, got it. Okay.
That's a Canadian holiday, so I'm going to be spending it with family.
Okay, cool.
Wednesday is Christmas, so no Waterdeep.
No Waterdeep. Yep.
I think Insight Check is on tomorrow,
All right.
as far as I know. But yes, Mystic Hour probably won't be back until 2020. Let me double check.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you can let everybody know.
Yeah, Mystic Hour won't be back until probably the 3rd.
Yep, and just to let you guys know,
Or the 2nd, sorry.
the first Friday of January is going to be another episode of Shadowrun. So we'll be on Shadowrun Friday night, the
3rd.
The 3rd. So Shadowrun's going to be the 3rd, and then we'll be back to Storm King's Thunder after that. Also, the first Saturday of January is going to be the next episode of Dirty 20. So that's going to be pretty exciting too. So, and I think Insight Check's going to be rebranding here very soon as well.
Very soon. We're down to the next maybe 1 to 2 episodes and the recap.
Oh boy.
We're kind of in the same boat as Storm King's Thunder, which is funny because I pretty much started them both at the same time. So it's a lot for me to be letting go of letting go of Chloe and then continuing on with Callista. Like, it's a lot to be going through this. It's a lot, guys.
We'll be there for you.
I know.
Stay Probo strong.
Stay Probo strong. There you go.
I get it. I'm halfway there.
I love it. Quick recap.
T-shirts.
Quick recap from last week. Honestly, it can be recapped very quickly. They rescued the King Hekaton, from the clutches of Slarkrethel and the Kraken Society.
Cowards.
Okay.
Probably do it eventually.
They rescued him from the boat. A short rest later, the Kraken cometh and was starting to basically break the boat. And they were able to, thanks to some quick thinking from Diana and her smart thinking with the spells that she had, was able to free King Hekaton rather easily. And they were able to convince him that they knew his daughter, and he transported them back to Maelstrom, which is where they are now. When they made their way inside, the sisters seemed very shocked to see the king. Most people were just, it just seemed like you saw a sense of relief among most. A couple of you sensed some strange vibes coming from the 2 older sisters of the king, but he seems to be just very pleased to see all of his family once again. And so the story is told. Here you stand. The Storm Giant's kind of like waiting room, I would say. The auditorium where the entertainment takes place. King Hekaton has just finished an embrace with his middle child, Nim, and Sarissa also, who's been the acting kind of ruler in the king's absence, has also come up and embraced her father with tears streaming down her face. Tears of happiness and tears of joy. Molfin, I believe you said something to the king to kind of try to influence him that the sisters weren't to be trusted. But it seems as if that has fallen on deaf ears, and he doesn't seem to have that mentality where he's looking at his daughters with any kind of suspicion whatsoever. But he looks at his daughters, he looks down at all of you, and starts... So you said it was a dragon, right?
Yeah, she was disguised as one of you.
This must be dealt with. And it must be dealt with right away. Quick, let us go into my throne room. We can discuss the plans. And he begins to move towards the throne room. And he seems to gesture towards Uthar, his brother. and they both kind of walk together. Sarissa seems to follow as well. Mirren, the daughter with the shell on her head, with the blue hair that kind of hangs down very, almost down to her ankles, really. It's super long hair. Father, and she's kind of like wiping tears from around her eyes. I need a few moments. I need to freshen up. And the king kind of looks over his shoulders. Fine. And she begins to walk in a different direction. Out this way.
May we insight this?
You may.
I
don't trust this happening.
Yeah. Can I insight this?
Yeah, anybody who wants to can. Sure.
Let me
might go
just
invisible.
load up my character sheet
Yeah, I
real
think that's
quick.
a good idea. I was gonna.
Well,
suggest
I am
that.
jumping on this instead. I'm not staying out of another
Hey,
one.
we got Quintuna in chat. Hey, Quintuna, how are you doing? It's good to see you again.
We better send Lachlan instead to go.
Hell yeah! I mean,
yeah,
Oh, look at that. 24, 28. Callista and Ashlyn. You sense a hint of fear? Molfin seems legit. Diana seems legit. But
Who are
Ashlyn and Callista, you also see Mirren kind of have a quick shift of her eyes towards Nim and almost give like a half wink as she turns her head and then begins to walk back there. And then it's within seconds, Nim says, yes, father, this is quite traumatic. I really miss Mama. And she begins to start crying a little bit more hysterically and kind of buries her head in her hands and begins to walk in the other direction as well.
Okay. Lachlan, you follow them invisible. Molfin, you follow them invisible.
yes.
Teleport. Wait, no. Not teleport. Telekinesis. No, wait, that's not it. Telepathy.
Are you guys still? Do you guys still have the mental bond going on, Molfin, or is this like a?
How long has it been?
When?
I don't think it's been an hour yet.
When did you cast it? Because you guys took like an hour-long rest on the ship. Did you cast it before or after?
I can't remember.
I can't either.
I can't either.
We'll say.
I have sending though, so I can send. No, I can cast sending.
Okay, we'll say that you guys do.
Okay, I don't have sending, by the way, because remember I traded it out for something else because I thought that I needed a more powerful spell in case we met the Kraken.
Hey, thank you for the subscription, Quintuna. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Ayo, love you.
So you guys
And as they start going, Molfin, how big are these shells?
massive.
Yeah.
Molfin's gonna sort of.
They are tables for storm giants. So
They're
they're
tables.
tables. They're way up over your head.
Well, can I step like next to or sort of under one and be somewhat hidden from view?
Sure, make a stealth check.
I'm trying to do the same here.
Okay.
Okay, where'd my character sheet go?
Oh no. That's like my worst stealth roll ever.
Even I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
I think
And you're
even I
invisible.
see him.
Can you do the 10 plus thing and get a 23 though?
Oh no, you have a good point. Yeah.
You
That's
have a
right.
reliable talent, but I still, if you're
Oh.
23, I still see you.
Oh no, I hate this.
I got the observant feet, beach.
I feel like the hairs in the back of my neck are like.
I got this specifically because I knew the rogue would hate it.
No!
That's hilarious.
As Molfin steps under the table out of the line of sight.
Ooh, Molfin's better than Lachlan.
Well, no, but it's a 23 because of reliable talent.
Yes,
Sarah saved me on that one.
29?
Okay, you both feel like you're pretty well hidden.
I was gonna take defense.
Molfin's gonna look at Lachlan and just say,
29. I did
"Is to seeing you on the other side."
Wow.
And where
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Molfin did not prepare invisibility today.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So Molfin is gonna reach down deep and fucking pray.
Oh no! Pray to what?
Yeah, who does Molfin pray to?
Molten praying fills me with
Yes.
Etherealness.
Etherealness to step into the ethereal plane.
Wow.
And I am burning my inspiration from last time to try to make this fucking saving throw.
All right.
Okay.
Oh jeez.
Inspiration for the save. Inspiration for the
Didn't
win.
need it, but
Oh.
so Molfin just steps into the ethereal plane, and now I'm just gonna follow them bitches where they really can't fucking see me.
Yeah.
He just, all of a sudden you guys watch as just Molfin just slowly fades. It seems like seemingly out of existence.
What?
So Lachlan, you're kind of waiting for a moment where you can cast your spell. Is that what you're waiting for?
I think we're both kind of like huddled under the table casting these spells.
Okay.
Is my understanding.
Okay. So Sarissa, Uthar, King Hekaton, all going back this hallway. They just give a quick head nod to these two guard giants outside these doors.
I don't see anything.
They're going
Oh.
south, so you'll have to.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I think it was just loading forever.
Sure. They're gonna go through these doors and into the chamber where the throne sits. The king makes his way around and has a seat on the throne. Sarissa next to him, Uthar next to him, and when he sits down, he just kind of gives out this comfortable. I feel at home again. Whenever he sits down, he's like, and Sarissa reaches over and hands him this scepter that he takes into his hands, and kind of grips it, looks down at it, just holds it near to his chest, and relaxes. Who else is coming down into the room? Diana was joining, and Ashlyn was joining as well.
Sure.
Okay. So you three make your way down as well.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm grabbing people. So if I trying to move
It's
Diana
fine,
down
you
there
can
too.
grab.
Go ahead, you can move yourself, Ashlyn. I'm sorry.
Okay. Don't be sorry.
Okay. So Molfin, you're gonna trail these ladies.
Yep, right beside him.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm hanging back a bit more.
Okay. Did you already cast your spell?
Yeah, I cast invisibility.
Casting invisibility. So Lachlan now.
Yeah.
Invisible after casting his spell. We'll go down here to the room first, the throne room, and then we'll come back to Molfin and Lachlan as we get ready for this. The king kind of looks at all of you and... Wait, weren't there more?
Maybe.
I think they need a rest.
I could use a rest. Eventually.
As we all do.
We did just fight a Kraken, so
True.
I feel that.
True. Foolish creature. Thought I could...
And all those cultists.
So, what did you all notice about those people aboard the ship? Weren't they wearing the garb of the Lord's Alliance?
Were they? No, they were wearing cult outfits, right?
They were just wearing kind of standard. The only one that was really like flamboyant was the mage. The other ones kind of were wearing just
Yeah.
like simple black and brown
Yeah.
armor. You know, nothing really that would stand out.
Yeah, I think close would relay that. Be like they weren't wearing any alliance badge or color scheme.
That's odd.
They could have been disguised, or they could have handed you over to them. Like
Yeah, beforehand.
they could be a third party middleman.
That's true. We should be cautious.
Weren't they the members of the cult, actually?
Who were the members of the cult?
You know, wouldn't the members of the cult want him?
Want who?
The king? Wasn't that the whole purpose? We were on a...
Yes, but I'm
Widow?
saying the alliance
God?
might have. We know that the alliance is corrupt.
Yeah,
Right.
the last episode, the king told you that he was jumped
Lord-
by people who were wearing Lord's Alliance.
Alliance.
Attire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
either they're trying
Oh.
to...
So either they were in
Framed.
disguise.
Right.
They were either in disguise and framed, or the alliance was in cahoots with this, or members, certain members,
Certain
maybe not the
members are in
entire.
cahoots.
Maybe certain members are got their own
But-
thing going on.
That's true.
That's Callista's guessed. It's one or the other.
Well.
Okay.
Either way, we need to be cautious. But
Mm.
I agree.
this dragon sabotaged my court. This
Yeah.
dragon killed my loving wife. And this dragon put my family in jeopardy. And my power was crippled.
Amen. Let's kill the dragon.
Let's. And he looks at you, Ashlyn, and he's like, let's kill the dragon.
Let's kill the
And
dragon.
he starts just kind of like,
All right.
let's kill the dragon. And he's
Let's kill the dragon.
and Uthar's like, yes, my lord, we will kill the dragon. And they all start like, it's like Uthar puts his hand on his brother's shoulder, and it's like this big clash of.
I ran over to Uthar and put my hand on his shoulder.
You actually you smack against
a
his
thigh.
shin. Yeah, it's like. What was that? As he looks down.
Callista's
I'm
just
trying to
watching
do a
and nodding. Just yes, let's.
So, where is this dragon?
That's the thing. There's also been rumors that she had offspring.
Dragon
Offspring.
babies.
Really?
That's not confirmed.
I think-
It's just something we've heard, but
I think-
I'm not sure.
Well, if they get in my
There's a
way,
baby.
they will die too.
You think what, Diana?
Oh, I was gonna say that I think that we could take the baby and then raise it like our own and teach it a better way of living, and then we wouldn't have to kill it.
That's very diplomatic of you, but it's
That's
okay.
very Diana of you, Diana.
Yeah,
The
you don't need to kill.
The king looks at you and he's like, "How do you know it's a baby?"
We
Huh.
don't. We
No,
don't.
this-
That's
this
the
is true.
thing.
I hope.
Sure, if it's an egg or a baby, sure, we can consider that definitely a possibility.
We're gonna raise a dragon.
No. Well, we already have my giant, so yeah, that's fine.
Well, Sarissa kind of steps in. She's like, "Father, you know, we do have the means of being able to find this dragon. I mean,
Wait. Did I take a blue dragon scale from it? No, I couldn't find it. Oh, damn. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
How about the
I'll let you
mirror?
continue. Yeah, that was.
I mean, Father, we have the scrying chamber. We could use it, perhaps, to find where she is. I mean, she spent months here, Father.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he kind of looks ashamed at first. Yeah, she was just weaving her way into this whole...
Manipulative.
Yeah.
It's a great idea, daughter. We shall. We'll find this dragon, no matter how much research we need to do.
Research isn't my forte, but I will help you.
Well, perhaps you can fill Uthar in on all you know about this dragon.
She's a bitch.
He kind of chuckles at that a little bit. I can't say I disagree.
Okay.
We must be careful, though. If she can work her way into our courts, what else is she capable of?
Yeah. She's definitely a problem. And she's one that we will help get rid of because she's been on our list a lot longer than yours.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna find this dragon, and then once we do, we prepare to go in. And he looks at all of you, and he looks over at Uthar, and he's like, I think it's about time I went and got my armor ready.
Oh!
And he,
Your Majesty,
yes.
Did you steal it?
could I afford a private word of your time?
He kind of looks over at Sarissa, looks over at Uthar. Uthar kind of nods his head at him, and yes. And he looks at
It doesn't have to be now, but whenever.
He looks at everybody but you, and he's just like, leave us. And Sarissa and Uthar exit the room.
Okay, I will exit the room.
And he looks kind of at Diana and Ashlyn.
I'm.
Do we have to? Oh,
I
all
got
right.
this. Go ahead.
Okay. But I want to be in the room where it happened. The room where.
The room where it happened.
Diana, you're walking out too?
Yeah, I guess I'll kind of like.
Diana's like,
As I pass by Callista, I want to like great bump my hand into hers, low key, little squeeze for encouragement, and then walk out.
Close to just
I thought
nods.
you were gonna go guidance.
Yeah, guidance. That would have been so smart.
No, I liked your version better. I liked your
your
little.
reaction was better.
Oh, guidance only lasted like a minute, I think. So it's.
Yeah.
So yeah, they close the two hill giants beyond the doors. Close the doors, and Callista, you're standing in front of the king in his throne room.
All right. I've spoken with your daughter, Sarissa.
Yes, thank you so much for believing her in all this mess.
I do. And she told me a little bit about your wife.
Yes, my beloved Neri. She had a heart for small folk like you.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard she was very compassionate.
She was.
And her death was sudden and confusing.
It was very confusing. It sent me into a blind rage. I nearly left this place to take revenge upon any settlements I could find, whether they were guilty or not.
Do you still feel that way now?
Not when I look at you and your friends. It seems there are some small folk that still have good hearts.
Well, then I hope what I say next doesn't sway that opinion, because I'm coming at you honestly. And I'm coming at it from the view of your wife, who trusted small folk, to be honest. So I'm going to take that vein here.
Fair enough.
After we deal with the blue dragon. And we will.
Absolutely.
I have a very big request of you. And I don't mean to offend. I hope you will listen until I've said my piece before you react. But I need that throne.
After you say this, he kind of gives you an awkward look, and then he looks back at his throne. You mean this throne?
That's the one, yes.
Why is it that you need it?
To save multiple people I love.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm gonna use my advantage because I'm shaking. No. I should have took a feat and Oh.
Let me make a roll real quick.
Oh. Oh, this is so bad.
He looks at the throne, looks back at you, and says, "It was Callista, right?
Yes.
You are a friend of the Storm Giants.
I would hope so.
You saved my life. You've protected my daughters. You made it possible for us to find hope again in reclaiming our position at the top of the ordning, where we should be. Can you imagine if a hill giant was in control of everything?"
I rather not.
You hear outside the doors, "Hey." "Cog, stop listening, you fool!" "Yes, master."
Oh, buddy.
You see, that's exactly the bullcrap I'm talking about.
Callista's actually trying not to laugh.
he shifts his weight to one side. This throne was a gift from my wife to me.
Oh.
It
Oh.
holds a very special place in my heart, but I will be 100% honest. You need it to save the people you love.
I do.
You have protected the ones that I love. So, I'll make you a deal. First things first. Help me rid the world of this crazy bitch dragon.
Gladly.
Kill dragon.
And if you have something that you can trade for the throne, I will trade it willingly, as you are the kind of people that...
Stop! No!
You are the...
It's gone!
You are the type of people that my wonderful, smart, beautiful wife, Neri, trusted. So I, likewise, will trust you.
Thank you. Truly, thank you.
No, thank you.
I do have one more question, just because I don't know the cultural status. I know that this was a gift from your wife, but if you were to lose this, would that affect your standing with your people?
I was king before this gift. But this gift definitely holds a lot of power. It helps me to keep control over the ones that feel they think they can challenge me. But, like I said before, I was king before this. It doesn't matter what I physically sit on. Once again, I will be the king of the giants.
Well, I think there is a possibility to maybe replicate what it is. Not to its full extent, but at least in image. So if anyone doesn't look too closely, you still have the throne.
That actually sounds like a great idea.
Well, we'll discuss the details after the bitch is dead.
To be honest, I've only ever used the throne's powers once. I only had to use it once, and it got the point across very quickly. I will warn you, though. When you sit upon it, it can speak to you.
Oh, great. Well, we're kind of used to that in this group. I guess it's my turn.
Callista, I must tell you, this dragon is probably going to be ready for us.
Oh, most definitely.
I'll be 100% honest and tell you that I don't know if we're all going to make it out of this alive. Some of your friends may not return with you. You may not return.
Yeah.
I may not return.
And if that happens, who takes your seat? Sarissa?
Sarissa is the heir to the throne. I appointed her. See, Mirren, she was too quick to act. She was always so anxious. Nim she doesn't have the confidence in herself to be able to take the throne. I had to choose Sarissa. I know
she's a good choice.
She is. I know it's not the way that things normally go. Normally it's the eldest it's passed down to, but
tradition's overrated sometimes.
I agree. Neri warned me, though. She warned me that it might not be the best decision because, well, you know, kids these days. They don't take news of that nature very well, but they didn't seem to take it bad when I broke them the news.
Broke me. Well, I think regardless of what happens, whoever comes back, the bitch will be dead, and whoever's left standing will fix all of this. Whether it's me, you, Malfin, Sarissa, Ashlyn, Diana, Lachlan, any of them. We'll see this done.
It seems like we've got one thing going for us, is we have the numbers.
We do. And Ashlyn moves really fast.
He looks at you, he kind of snickers a little bit. That's great, huh? Uthar seems to be warming up to her a bit. I don't...
She has a special affinity for giant folk, so I find she wears them down much faster than anyone normally would. But she has that effect on most people.
Well, feel free to you guys can definitely make use of our guest quarters downstairs for however long it takes for us to track down where this dragon is hiding. We're gonna take our time and figure out exactly where this creature is in hiding, and once we do so, we're going after her.
Yeah, I think we have a couple contacts we can contact tomorrow after a rest, so we'll see what we can pull together.
That sounds great. Thank you once again.
Thank you too for trusting me.
He kind of puts his hand kind of on his chest like this and gives you a quick little bow. And then,
she'll reciprocate.
All right. And right about that time, we're gonna kind of go back to Lachlan and Molfin.
Oh no!
they went.
Because you know nothing's gonna go wrong in here.
Oh yeah.
Molfin and Lachlan, you guys are following, and eventually you hear the sisters kind of whispering to each other as they're moving through. Each of you make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah. Genetic.
Genetic.
Same modifier too.
You guys can hear the conversation. It sounds like as if they are talking about getting out of here. Mirren is telling Nim, look, you know, I don't know what happened, but it seems like things didn't go as planned. Where's Iymrith? Where did she go? She was supposed to be here. And they're starting to kind of panic and get frustrated. And she says, Nim, look, let's gather our things. We'll go to our towers. Let's gather our things. We'll make our way down to the whales. Yes, that's it. We'll get on the whales. We'll head out of here. It's like nothing ever happened. And then they kind of split up and they make their way into different areas. So one is going to the right, one is going down the hall to the left.
I'm gonna follow blue hair.
Blue hair? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, can you still telepathically communicate even how do you communicate when you're ethereal?
Let me check that spell because I know sending will go across planes.
Right now, Lachlan's invisible and you're ethereal, so you guys have no idea where you can't see each other.
I think it's just like you have like a 10%.
Because I can see invisible with my
ethereal. Yeah, you can. So yeah, Molfin can see Lachlan.
But isn't there like a chance that it doesn't go through if it's on a different plane?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, telepathic bond. So everyone can talk to Lachlan. Molfin's just gone.
Molfin's just off the grid.
Telepathic link does not reach across planes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So like, so even while I'm invisible, I could be playing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I absolutely would do.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be so distracting.
So why don't you say that?
You're having this like serious conversation with the king, and I'm like,
yeah,
run, they're getting on whales. I didn't know you could ride a whale.
Yeah, Callista's not bringing up that his daughters are betraying him while she's trying to persuade him for the throne. That's not a good
this
look.
is happening exact same time. It doesn't sound like, it sounds like they're just, they want to get out of Dodge.
Yeah, okay.
So Molfin is trailing Mirren. Now, Lachlan, you don't know where Molfin is. What do you?
Yeah,
you see them split up.
Which one? I'm gonna just roll to see which one I would
make it a random roll.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that left is blue, right is hair, white is left is blue hair. Oh my gosh, I can't. 1 is blue hair, 2 is white hair.
Okay, you got it. White hair.
Well,
that worked out pretty nice. Yeah, you start trailing.
Luck is on his side.
So you start trailing Nim, and you guys follow them to their quarters. And I'm gonna move you guys to a different map so you guys can see what their quarters look like. The rest of you, I'm probably gonna just drag your tokens on so you guys can see, because I don't think you'll be able to see anything. Well, this is interesting. Let me see if I can find where these people are. There it is. There's one.
It's such a big map.
It is such a big map, and it's craziness. Oh, I should have dragged their tokens over. I'll just drag your tokens over if somehow if a fight breaks out, then I'll drag their tokens over.
Not really looking for a fight against a storm giant.
So we'll do Molfin first, because I found her room first. So I'm gonna drag everybody's tokens on there, but just know that Molfin is the only one currently there. Well, kind of there, as he's ethereal. Ashlyn. So did I get everybody? I think I did. So Molfin,
I'm trying to find myself.
Oh yeah, let me shift ping you guys.
Oh, there we are. Oh no, I found him. There I am.
Oh, there.
No?
Oh, yeah.
So the steps is where you were led up to. You followed up the spiral staircase, and you open up into this room. It just looks like a storm giant living room. The walls have images of giant jellyfish and giant eels kind of carved all around them. There's a crystal window. It's that pink window at the top where most of the other guys' tokens are. that you can see outside facing the exterior of the stronghold. It has this clear view of like this swirling vortex sinkhole that goes down in the middle that seems to go upwards until you can't see it anymore. Like there's like a vortex of water that seems to be swirling in the middle of the stronghold. You see that there's mussel shell tables in the middle of the room, and they're covered with platters of boiled lobster and edible urchins and other fish.
Make them hungry.
Yeah.
There's shelves and cabinets that hold various knickknacks, and hanging on the north wall is a great sword with a whalebone handle and a blade lined with shark's teeth.
Dibs. That's cool.
But you can hear clattering as you go. She seems to go back this hallway to the left and is opening up the north chamber and seems to be going through materials. Like you can hear her like opening up boxes and crates, and you can hear things being moved around, and kind of looks like she's got a bag or something and she's just shoving a bunch of things in a bag. It looks like she's just packing up some things.
Anything interesting looks like she's grabbing?
Let's see. Actually, yes. Let me see.
Ooh.
I had a sheet prepared, but I didn't prepare that. Okay. Hey, you know what? Let's have some fun, why don't we? Roll a d4 for me, Matthew.
Alrighty then.
That is fun.
That would be a 2.
A 2. Excellent. So our next roll...
Me and Lachlan apparently on the same dice tonight.
That's it.
Yeah.
You do notice that she is pulling out what looks to be like one thing. It looks like there's like almost like a jewelry box and several pieces of jewelry that she's like throwing into the bag. You can see that there is a box, and she opens it up just really quickly. It seems like there's a bunch of gold coins in it. She quickly grabs like a set of pearl earrings, puts them into a box, and then throws them into the bag. So it looks like she's trying to find things. It looks like they're all very sentimental things to her. So let's see.
Quick question from last time.
Yeah.
Where we decided that we were all linked telepathically during the whole conversation in Diana's revelation about the daughters being in on the mother's death, would that have been shared with the party?
Did Diana share that with the party, or did Diana keep that to herself?
I would have tried to, but the thing is that I don't know how I would have in that room. Like, I probably could have like given y'all like a knowing look, or been like,
you were
just been like,
you had telepathic bonds, so you could have talked to him telepathically.
We're telepathically linked.
So,
okay, then yeah, I definitely would have shared that through telepathic bond. Sorry, I didn't know telepathic bond was an option.
roll a d100 for me, Molfin.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
51.
51. She pulls out some kind of box and opens it up, and you get a quick glimpse of some kind of oddly shaped gemstone inside the box. Quickly, she shuts it, throws it in the bag. Go ahead and roll another d100 for me.
41.
41.
I think I got loaded dice or something, man.
Looks like she has a scroll tube.
She's gonna get jumped.
And she it looks like it's like carved from ivory or some type of bone, and she tosses it into the bag as well. So she's just packing up a bunch of stuff. Looks like she pulls out like a few dresses, a couple special conch shells that she has that look like they're kind of encrusted with gemstones and things, and throws them in there. Like basically anything that she finds of value, she's just tossing it in this bag.
Okay. I'm making a roll to see something here.
That's never good.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab her token just in case. Let's go ahead and.
She's definitely gonna get.
She's gonna get something. I have a feeling.
Molfin's gonna show a skeleton of a storm giant behind
You
him.
guys are gonna ruin my deal.
Molfin's going to pull out.
Molfin doesn't know of your deal, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, there's telepathic bond.
Yeah, I would be telling people once I secured it.
Yeah.
But I'm on the ethereal plane, which telepathic bond doesn't reach.
Oh.
Shit!
That's bad.
So
That's a little.
as Molfin is watching this, pulls out a small piece of copper wire.
Okay.
Starts just sort of twisting it into a little circle,
Apologize, guys.
muttering to himself. And casting Sending
Okay.
to the giantess I am currently watching frantically stowing belongings.
Okay.
And in her mind,
Disguise
she
your
hears... no, it's... If the creature knows me, it recognizes me as the sender.
Okay.
In her mind, well, I suppose I won't tell your father where you've run off to. But I am curious. Are those trinkets your mother's? And that's it.
She drops a box that's in her hand, and it hits the ground, and these earrings just kind of roll out onto the floor. And she just looks all around. Who's there? Who's... You... And she just looks panicked and freaked out for a moment. And then quickly, like, goes down and picks up those earrings and kind of just jams them in the bag and then throws it over her shoulder and begins to, like, rush across the hall into the other room. And when she opens the door, this one appears to be a bed chamber. And she just goes to, like, a shelf that's over there and starts grabbing a couple things that are on the shelf. It looks like just a few, like, blankets and things that she like just grabs one of these blankets. It must have been her special blankie. And she grabs and kind of shoves in the bag.
As she's grabbing all that, Molfin's going to cast Sending one more time, this time to Callista.
Okay.
And didn't realize telepathic bond wouldn't reach me, ethereal. The daughters are fleeing via whale. I may have spooked the eldest.
May have. I did.
Yeah, she's rushing now, Molfin. Like, she's like in a rush. She don't even think she grabbed probably everything that she wanted to grab out of that room.
Have I secured the throne at this point?
I would say
How long has it been?
yes. I would say yes in the conversation. You've secured the throne.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think Calista would return with, I've secured the throne by being honest with the king. Not sure how this is going to help that deal. What do you want me to do about it?
Can we hear this? Being Diana?
No, this is the sending, because I have to send it. This is the reply to the sending.
Okay. But it's still telepathic.
Yeah, but it's just because Molfin's on a different plane, I gotta use a different...
Yeah, I have to send it on a different line.
Phone, you know, I'm not on the party
Yeah.
chat.
I have to get you the direct line. Get off the internet!
Get off!
Slide into his DMs.
Yeah.
It's like back in the good old days, whenever we had to use dial-up internet.
Dial-up,
And my mom was on the phone, and I'd go to dial-up, and she'd, stop doing that! Down the stairs.
Or you're on the internet, and they pick up the phone, and they disconnect your connection.
Exactly.
And you're, like, downloading something. Oh!
So
Yeah.
frustrating.
So
Anyway, way to age ourselves, guys. Thanks.
I know. I'm that old.
Yep.
we're all that old. Except for Zos.
Well, this is except for Zos.
Somebody sends Ross a rotary phone, and let's ever try to figure out how to work it.
Lachlan, I'm going to move your token
Yeah.
a little bit north to show you what you see.
Nokia.
As you
I'm in the water.
You're in the water. You're swimming. You're swimming.
Oh, really?
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Just keep
My
swimming.
goodness, this map is
Swimming,
huge, guys.
swimming.
My Roll20's like
Yeah.
dying. It's like, I cannot load all these pixels. So Lachlan, you likewise follow Nim up these stairs into a room that has a nice steamy bath in the center of it.
Oh no, no.
She has a bag, and she's gathering some of her materials and just quickly kind of tossing them into this bag. You can see there is an open chamber, much like the other room. There's a big window that leads out towards that spinning vortex of water in the center of the stronghold. These walls are painted to look like a bright coral forest.
Ooh.
Yeah, the pool is actually kind of like a hot tub. It's bubbling, and it looks like it's warm water. There are shelves along the walls that contain various knickknacks that it looks like were collected from possible shipwrecks.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. And you can hear her, she disappears into another room over here, into what you can see as a bed chamber. And she's going through some more shelves and just taking some things through some of her knickknacks and kind of throwing them into a bag.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing two things right now. One, I'm trying to generally hang back and not be noticed, because I'm on the party chat and I, mess things up.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I'm also on my hands and knees gathering like fallen hairs.
Excellent. Yeah.
Creepy.
Go to let's go make a let's call this investigation. Go and make an investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Mm.
Why?
23 or better.
I think I know what Lachlan's got planned.
Yeah,
You know
me
what?
too.
I'm gonna use a point of luck to try to be very lucky.
Okay.
Hair collecting.
Okay.
This one is normal.
So.
Ugh.
Okay.
Not great. Not great.
Can't you take the thing with the 20 plus the 10?
Reliable talent.
I'm not proficient in investigation.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So you're making your way, trying to find some kind of hint of. I guess you're trying to find one of Nim's hairs. I believe.
Yes.
You make your way. You kind of climb up onto her bed. She's on the other side of the room, kind of gathering some things, and you slowly shift across the bed. Right there on the pillow, you notice one. And you reach down and you just. To you, it's like massive. it's like hempen rope.
It's like a worm.
It's like you start to like pull on it, and you're rolling it up. You roll it up. It's super long. You roll it up, and you have gained one of her hairs. Only in D&D,
right.
folks. Only in D&D.
Yeah.
And it appears that she's.
I don't know. I still think that's creepy.
She's so busy doing what she's doing, she doesn't seem to make any kind of reaction or notice or anything.
Want to kind of like slip out of there, and I'm just like watching from listening distance, relaying what I see.
Yeah, neither of the girls when they got to their rooms really were saying anything.
Yeah,
it was kind of more like their breath is rapid, like there's a rapid breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably mostly out of nervousness and fear. You could tell that their adrenaline is pumping, but they're not really saying anything as they go about like picking up these materials.
Gotcha.
All right. Both sisters eventually pack up their bags. And
I would say after. Sorry, could I
go
interrupt?
ahead. Yep, you can.
I would say after Mulfin sent me that message, I would go on to group chat and relay what just happened, what we just found out, and pretty much give them full details on what I just discussed with the king.
Okay, so you guys are getting the mental messages from Callista letting you know what she
Mental
was
download.
Yeah, mental download, yeah. You guys now know the conversation and how it went. So you guys
Can
are
you
all informed,
show
except for
me,
Mulfin.
Can I go to Sarissa and can I say, you're like a beautiful princess. Where would you get ready for stuff? Like in your bed chamber? Like, can I see where you guys live? I think this place is awesome.
She looks at you and says, well, maybe I'll wait for my father to emerge from the chamber first to see what he has planned. But I'd be more than willing to give you a tour of some of what we some of our chambers and
So
establishment
cool.
here.
I've never been like in a palace like this before. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's really, it kind of is a beautiful place. I really do enjoy being here. Of course, the throne room in this area, this, kind of the big auditorium space is probably the some of the nicest places that we have here, but
I don't know. I've always wanted to see where a princess lives.
well, we're humble, we're subtle.
You are.
We try to keep things simple. Perhaps, we could show you some things, and depending on what Father has planned,
Mm-hmm.
You did save his life.
Oh, that was nothing.
She kind of looks at you with like this nothing. I overheard you saved him from a kraken?
Well, we didn't kill the kraken. We just saved him from a kraken. So it was not as big of a deal as we liked.
She just is just like, I don't know how to respond to this. she seems just we can give you the tour. I don't see why not. Let's just see what Father has to say first.
Okay.
Excellent. Lachlan, Molfin, they just look like they're headed back to the stairs. They look like they have their bags packed.
I'm still following.
Still following?
I'm gonna follow them until they leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just stalking and relaying.
Okay. They actually... Let me double check the way this map is laid out really quick, because unfortunately the maps are on different pages. Okay. So, Lachlan, a bit of information that you would know. When you made your way to this chamber,
Yeah.
there was actually a secret door that led into this stairwell that brought you up to this tower. You were able to slip in behind Nim without a problem.
Okay.
So when she goes back downstairs, you'll notice that she goes past where you guys originally entered on the second floor and continues down one more floor. So there's like a hidden stairwell here that led up to her chamber. Molfin, you would have noticed the same exact thing when you went. They had like a secret door on the second story that led into this stairwell that is actually 3 stories high.
Oh.
So they moved down past where those secret doors were, all the way down to the base level 1 of the complex, where they opens up into a large chamber, and you can see this massive pool of water. And in it, you can see a dark shadow of something swimming in the pool. And there within the pool, once they get closer, you can see it come to the surface. It's massive black fin that sticks out from the water, pointing straight up. And you can see a massive orca killer whale inside the pool.
That's cool. Is he trainable like Free Willy?
It looks like they have saddles on the back.
What? That's nuts.
And it looks like they're going right for them. And they're wading into this water and getting ready to get on the back of the saddles.
Is this being relayed to anyone?
Yeah, totally. I'm giving a play-by-play. I'm like, oh, they're going on.
Delay them.
Molfin is just staring at this orca.
Oh no.
Really trying to familiarize myself with it.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Did we let them go?
I don't think we want trouble, right? I'm saying this in the chat.
Let's.
But his daughters killed their mother. That's pretty heinous.
So
He
we'll
won't
find them,
believe it
right?
unless he sees it, so we let them go, and he scries on them later.
Exactly.
True.
Let them go.
Okay.
They're cowards.
And with that, as you hear Callista say, let them go, you watch as Nim climbs onto the back and the orca disappears under the surface of the water. And that dark shadow of that creature gets smaller and smaller and smaller and disappears.
I clutch the lock of hair. We're gonna get you.
Molfin, you see the same thing as she's climbing onto the back of this orca whale. I'm not sure what that D20 roll meant, but
Yeah.
he wasn't. He was not in on that phone call.
Fireball.
Odds or evens, what Molfin was going to do, and the dice were on Callista's side.
All right. So
Yes!
Molfin,
I love it when the party listens to me. It never happens.
Molfin-
It's so
It
good.
only
It's
took
happening
97
often.
it only took 97 episodes.
I think you've done this one other time, and I can't remember what it was, but you guys all did something I asked one other time. And
Now the boat. The boat mission?
Are we adding?
boat?
No,
I don't
we're
know.
adding more people to the kill list, aren't we? Is that what we're doing?
yes,
what
that's what we're
here.
doing.
That's what happened. That's what's happening here. Hey, this
Wow.
makes perfect sense for this group.
I will say, had the roll been an
Idea.
even number, the orca would have been told to turn around and come right back.
Ooh.
Good idea.
Oh.
Because animals with an intelligence score of 1 will understand the message.
Okay. Idea.
Interesting.
We trade the daughters for the throne. We capture
No,
the
because he might
daughters.
want to kill the daughters once he learns they actually killed his wife.
Exactly. We go after the daughters.
Do we know how guilty they are?
Yeah.
Maybe, you know.
No, I just say we wait
the throne.
until he's convinced himself, and we will help him find them.
And it,
Okay. We will
That-
help find them.
Molfin, really, he's like hovering over the back of this. You want to just strangle? And she submerges into the water, and you watch that shape just dissipate. It seems like these pools were very deep, and they lead off into the dark. There are no windows in this place, so you're not really sure where exactly they went or where these pools lead to. But they're out of view. The ripples from the water dissipate. It's just a nice pool of still water just sitting there.
She's gone. I gotta find a souvenir now.
Yeah,
Not a bad idea.
you know exactly where their chambers are.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Kidding. I'm just gonna go find the
No,
part.
I would do it.
Although you did
This
see
one
them
Wolf
pretty
is gonna
much
use an
take
action
everything
to-
of like value
Yeah,
from
value.
the
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, but if they had like a pearl seed, it would still be like this big, man.
That's the truth.
Molfin's going to use an action to come back from the ethereal plane.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Well, then into the group chat. Well, they've left. I
Okay.
was going to tell the whale to come back, but
You can do
What? Well,
well, yes, they mounted a whale and took off underwater.
Yes, I know. I
How
asked
do you
that we
know I
let them
didn't tell
go.
you yet?
Lachlan told me.
I've been giving a
What the
play-by-play.
hell is Lachlan?
he's
Hello?
I did- oh wait, that's... I forgot I can see invisibly. You're standing right there. I'm just not awake.
Now you can't say him because he's invisible now.
So
As the eldest daughter was cleaning out all manner of jewelry out of her room.
Same with the younger.
And when I asked her to her mind if it was her mother's, she seemed to rather have a heart attack and run away.
Yeah, I'd do it.
In another plane of existence, it's not like she could have found me.
What's the king doing right now, by the way? Has he gone back out to his daughter, or has he gone to put on armor?
He let you out of the room into like the main chamber, and he called Uthar and Sarissa back into the room, and it seems like they shut the door, and he told you they're gonna do whatever they can to try to figure out where this dragon is. So you think that's what they're up to?
Did he tell us where we were going to be staying? Like, did he give me directions to find the rooms?
On the first floor, do you guys remember when you first teleported here, you guys explored some of the chambers that looked like they were made for small folk?
Oh, okay, there. Gotcha.
Those chambers are open to you. You guys can use
So
them.
I would also relay that information.
In that time, I would have asked Sarissa for Ferguson, Salisbury III, and Jimmy back.
You would ask for them back?
Yeah, because I said I will return with your father. This is my promise.
Oh yeah, she
Aww.
hands them back to you.
Forgot about that.
And she
Thank
has
you for taking care
that
of them.
strange look on her face as she hands these to you. Yes, they're easy pets to take care of.
They are
Just the way you left them.
Yeah,
Extremely easy. Yeah. So.
I shake the jar a little. I'm like, "Hi guys."
She just continues to look awkwardly at Ashlyn.
Yeah, I push my face against the glass. Hi, mommy's home.
Oh God.
I love it. So, yeah, it's up to you guys what you would like to do now. I mean, you can retreat to those chambers to have some conversation. You could.
Okay, that's probably a good idea.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
What floor are we on currently? What's the chamber room floor on?
The guest chambers are on the first floor. You guys were on.
Yeah, but we're on what floor right now?
Floor. Second floor is where the king's quarters is, or the king's chamber is.
Okay. So. Yeah, I think I would lead everybody down to the small chambers.
Okay.
And try to just keep an awareness of the upstairs and see if I can like listen for movement just in case they figure out they're gone.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and shift ping you guys because I think, well, a couple of your tokens are already here, but I'm going to shift ping you guys here.
Okay.
Which is that's where you guys are given the space to hang out. I will.
Cool.
Ashlyn was able to pull her token out. And are you guys able to grab your tokens from the side and pull them out there? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So those are the bed chambers. Several beds, comfortable living space. Yeah. So it's up. Venture is yours, folks.
Do Molfin and Lachlan know how to get there?
Well,
I would telepathically tell. I would tell you in the chat.
Investigated this area.
Yeah,
right, but we're down in a basement level next to some whirlpool, next to a pool.
They would probably tell you in a mental chat how to get there and everything. I think that'd be fair enough. So, yeah, you guys are able to regroup. And about this time is when your telepathic bond wears out. So,
Okay.
We all sit around, Molfin will cast it again just in case.
Okay. We cast it again.
So.
Oh, so we don't talk out loud. Okay.
I mean,
I get it now.
Well, we can talk out loud, but if there are things that need not be said, then one needs not say them.
What? Then why would
Precisely.
do we think them?
But you should always think.
I never think.
Molfin's sitting down. Molfin's just sort of pop down cross-legged and just opens the spell book he got off from Lachlan on the boat.
Before you get into that, I told everybody else what happened in the chamber room. I haven't told you, so I will give you the lowdown of what we discussed, and potentially needing your assistance to fabricate a new one, just so, for appearance sake, he still has his throne. He said he's willing to trade for it, and as long as we kill the dragon with him, he's willing to give it to me.
So what are we trading for it, though?
I'm assuming we can give him coin. We can give him coin. We'll give him the throne. The replica throne is part of the gift. Part of the trade.
I don't think he needs coin. We have to give him something cool.
He probably wants something that means a lot to us, right?
Yeah.
He didn't. We haven't really discussed what he wants, but that was my idea. But yeah, we could give him anything he wants, really.
Well, we'd have to go find out.
This lock of hair.
Yes.
Right. So
What?
we just wait. What?
That's
Oh,
like
right.
a rope.
It's like a noodle.
Yeah, you guys see Lachlan has a lock of hair.
Why?
Wow.
I mean, can't you guys use this stuff to find people?
Yes, we
Yes.
can use it to scry on them.
Isn't it?
That's a good job, Lachlan.
I'm like waving it.
Oh, I thought you were just being like weird and cute, but that makes more sense.
Well, I mean, 50-50.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
I think we just need to take this one step at a time. Not worry about the throne yet and what that means to trade, and just focus on this dragon we gotta kill. And if it comes up, we'll deal with the sisters. But I don't feel like we're gonna be able to convince him and still maintain honesty for the throne. Like, he's not gonna react well to us accusing his daughters of murdering his wife.
But isn't that the opposite of being honest if we keep from him what he needs to know?
But we told him, and he didn't believe us.
What if they're going to the dragon?
We told
There's
him?
Well, considering that I heard them say Iymrith was meant to meet them here.
Yeah.
Does that mean she's coming here? Still?
Well, they have left, so I would assume they must be attempting to contact her, which means they have some sort of arcane ability, or perhaps those magical stones like Callista has.
Mm. Okay.
I don't know. We can tell him about the sisters now if you want, but
No, if you have made the deal with him, it seems best to let you be the point of contact for it.
okay.
That is a more important thing than the
Yeah.
truth of his daughters.
He's gonna find out eventually.
What if
I mean,
he
he's
knows that we are withholding the truth? Right now.
Well, I think he's smart enough to understand that emotionally he wouldn't have believed us even if he wanted to. He's been gone for so long, and
I don't
He's
know, he
lost his
went
wife.
into a blind rage when he heard his wife was dead and started
Yeah,
attacking
but-
at
Yes.
the...
And if
that's
you
one
remember,
thing.
I said it to him in the hallway before we went our separate ways.
he wouldn't even fathom the thought. No
Okay.
parent would fathom the thought of that, and I don't
No.
blame him for that.
Yes, but... I'm really quick, guys. I can run away from a great sword. I'm just saying. I could probably drag one of you with me. A small one. But,
I'm just saying, I think he needs time to process when he sees the evidence.
okay.
And we don't have all we have is our word. We don't have actual evidence aside from that hair. But I feel like we need to
What
wait.
about the ransacked rooms?
I mean, he might find them soon.
We think we ransacked them because we're guests here?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's welcome to search us. He won't find any of their belongings on us.
Right.
Will he, Lachlan?
Pizza.
I feel like if he notices that they're gone, we should say something. But if he doesn't, then it is what it is.
That's kind of worse. Like, we didn't take your belongings. Your daughters that were in cahoots about killing your wife did. I don't know. That just seems like a cop-out.
It's absolutely terrible news, though. I mean, I wouldn't deliver a blow like this, particularly because we're
I
about to fight a
definitely don't wanna-
dragon.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to be the person to tell him. I know I probably have to, but I really don't want to.
I'll tell him.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
maybe
that's
you
why
should.
maybe we scry on them a little bit and see what we can find, and then, tell him to go scry on him. He'll see for himself.
Yeah. Why
You want me
don't...
to spy on them right now?
You'll
Do you
see
have
him in
the-
the water right now.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you could wait a little bit, but do you have the capability today?
I do. I
have enough
found out
energy?
that. Yeah, I have one more spell slot left, and I found out
Okay.
that I'm supposed to always have that spell on me, and I cannot trade it out. And I was dumb, and I thought that I could. Still learning how to play D&D. It's fine. We're 2 years into this.
Still learning how to cleric.
Yeah.
What's
Hell yeah.
D&D?
What is that?
What
How
is
to
this
cleric.
mysterious D&D you speak of?
I was all like, why do I always have scrying prepared? That's like not even useful. And then I like got rid of it, and then I looked it up again, and I was like, oh, it's because it's a bonus spell for my level.
D&D is what is known as Diana and Dawn. It is the whole. If it had not been for Diana and Dawn, that would never.
I get it.
At about this time, you guys are starting to get pretty tired. You guys had a pretty long day. You know, like fighting a Kraken and all that. You know, kind of takes a little bit out of you. But you can
Bravely running away.
Right.
I'm still pretty okay, but yeah.
But yeah, you get kind of tired. It seems like everybody here at Maelstrom has left you guys alone and left you at peace here. In these
Did we
guest
get
chambers.
succulent crabs and lobsters?
Absolutely, yes. They bring some down on these nice
Nice.
coral platters and things like that. And it looks like some of the platters may have been like gathered up from shipwrecks.
Ooh,
And
that's cool.
used as they bring these plates down, and yeah, you get a delicious seafood meal.
I'm all in the lobster.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
I mean,
yes.
crab legs, lobster
Literally, because
tails,
it's
scallops,
You're just like chewing into it.
shrimp,
Yep, I am,
scallops,
like,
all any
crazy
seafood.
Mostly just the lobster.
Some
Maybe a little crab. Mostly
some
lobster.
some
Scallops, man.
like rare delicacy fish that you've never heard of before.
Sashimi?
Yes, why
I
not?
have sushi in my fridge.
Hell yeah.
If
Get
there's
some sushi
fried-
up in here.
It's like hell,
If there's
it's
fried
D&D.
shrimp,
Eat
Diana's
whatever
on
you
that.
want here. It's-
Hell yeah.
You can get such fresh sushi here that the fish is still wriggling around.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's one of
Just
those.
grab one out of the water and
Before we go
before he goes
bed.
to bed.
God damn it.
Yes, Quintuna, they do magic carps. Yeah, they got some magic carps.
We have magic carps. It's pretty good. Tastes
Get
pretty good.
splashed in the face.
Get splashed and we're fine. Yeah. I was gonna say before we go to bed, I was gonna ask Mulfin if he doesn't have the ability today, maybe tomorrow to contact Crowan.
Well, I still have a couple of spells left.
You do? Can you contact Galvin?
But let's take care of business before pleasure, my dear.
Mine's business. I have to ask him how he is, what he did today, which is mostly archery related.
Ashland's making it really difficult for me because I constantly have to think of what Galvin's doing every single day because she's making that phone call every day, and I'm
What
like,
you doing?
oh, you know,
Hey, babe.
I went hunting a little bit, shot a squirrel.
1-800-BLUE-CALL. Callista, what would you have me asking him?
Well, where he is right currently would be good. What he knows about the Blue Dragon's offspring, any news that he can tell us. But mostly where he is, so we know if we need to go get him. Because his information could be valuable in tracking her down.
Okay. Let's see. So, where are you? What do you know of Iymrith's children? Okay, so Mulfin will take a few minutes, pull out his little wire, start casting Sending again to Crowan Valharo,
Okay.
and then not who you want to hear from, I assume, but a few questions. Where are you? What can you tell of Iymrith's children? And are you prepared to fight?
him or
A dragon.
A dragon. as he's getting this, after he's getting this sending, he's like, he gives this odd look, and then a dragon. Then he's like, oh yeah. You get a response back, and he says back to you, "It's funny that you asked that. I am making preparations as we mentally speak. I'm gathering some of Favorn's best. And then you also hear, I know where the siblings are.
What?
They're in Azkor, on the edge of the Anarok Desert. Old, abandoned Dwarven settlement. That's where they make their dwelling. Yep, exactly, Zos. The Faerun Avengers.
Yes.
I knew he would have it, Paul. I knew it. Let me talk to him.
And then that's the last transmission that you see. And
As Muffin gets that, and just I think everybody who knows, just his eyes just wide, like not shocked, but just like, this isn't something I saw coming.
What's wrong?
Well, excellent idea. He had some information.
Okay, good.
He is preparing to go and fight said dragon and
Good.
the siblings, plural,
Not so good.
as they have made their home in an abandoned dwarven settlement,
Oh God.
Azrock.
Should we tell him to
here,
wait
it's
for
it's
us?
called Azkor. It's A-S...
Azrock. I don't know where did Azrock come from?
Dirty 20. Azkor. It's in your chat.
Goddamn, Skyreach Island.
That's it.
2 years I haven't done that shit with Tomb of Annihilation.
Should we warn him to wait for us before attacking? I mean,
Here's the catch: is we don't. He said he was preparing to go and fight the dragons and the siblings. I don't know if that means he's going to fight 4 other dragons, or if the one that we have promised to aid Hekaton with is there as well.
I mean, reason to say those are her children, right?
No, her brothers and sisters. Potentially just as old and just as nasty.
Oh. Okay.
Unless Crone is
They're
an
gonna
idiot and meant children but said siblings, in which case...
Crowan probably meant to say children.
So it's their children, not their siblings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not siblings, children.
You whole had me out here like there's aunts and uncles in this. What?
Hey,
That's it.
they could have those too. You don't know.
Don't play like that. No.
Too late. The DM misspoke and he gave himself an idea.
No.
Don't you love it when the
no longer
DMs
murdering a
speaks?
dragon? This is now genocide.
That's it.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. I still feel uncomfortable with that. I mean, I feel like we should know how old the children are at least. If they're at that age, where they're like young, I feel like we could still
They are
sway them.
dragons.
They're babies. Children are a product of their parents. You don't blame the dog, you blame the
Diana
owner.
just wants to be the mother of dragons.
I do. Khaleesi.
Has a
Boy.
good ring to it. I could see you as a Khaleesi.
Thank you.
I don't know what a Khaleesi is. Hey, Morphin! You wanna
It's an old elven word.
spell? What? I mean, do you have a open ability? Do you have a mental second?
I have a
I don't know how to
mental
say
second,
this.
third, and fourth.
Okay. Are you tapped out? I have a message.
Oh. So Muffin will look right at Ashland, cast message, and say, so do I.
Well,
That wasn't funny. I don't get it.
I personally found it very amusing, but... What you asking of me, Ashland?
Can you message Calvin?
I suppose, and what am I asking this one?
Dear Galvin, saw a Kraken today. It was big. We ran away though. Save Storm King, beware of Blue Dragon. Ashlyn.
Molfen is going to do his best to replicate her exact speech pattern in his thought to Galvin.
Hi, Muffin. You can let Ashlyn know that it's great. We're doing just fine. I spoke to a Dwarven gentleman in Nightstone today, Morak Uragray, Dwarven man. Very nice. We're got good things planned for Nightstone in the future. Miss you. And he probably ran out of words.
So Molfen will pass that along, and as he gets to the end, but and for some reason he seems to have said he missed me.
You are easy to have that effect on, so.
Ashlyn, I think he misses you.
Oh, that's so nice of him.
Yeah.
Okay, good. He's doing something with the thing, Diana, so that's good. You should be happy about that.
Yes, I'm very pleased. I'm getting all of my updates about Galvin and how that is going through you.
Yeah, good.
I think while all this is happening, Callista's kind of just been leaning up against the headboard and she's fallen asleep. She's just sitting up and sleeping.
Oh.
Excellent. Yeah.
John
to draw a mustache on Callista.
Oh.
So Molfen is going to spend a little bit of time, and Michael, I'm not sure how much time this would take.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you, one of the things that was in that spell book you mentioned was, and I'm, for the life of me, I forgot the guy's name.
Dagger Dark.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dagger Dark's Misty Step.
Yes, sir.
Which he can cast as a cantrip.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
How long would
Lachlan
that take?
beat him with his own specialty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made it ever so
Brilliant.
more sweet.
The Opo at work.
So where that's cast as a cantrip, could I still copy that into my spell book?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But it's still considered like whatever time it would take you for a second level spell, because I think it's a second level spell.
Yeah.
So you would have to spend that much time, and then your Misty Step would become a cantrip.
This is ridiculous.
Wow.
Oh, okay, then yeah, Molfen is going to spend the 2 hours to take that.
All this Dagger Dark's hours and hours of research is bottled into this one spell, and Molfin's like, yes, I don't have to do any of the work.
I can't do that giant spell yet, but I can do this one.
Oh god.
Yeah, Molfin's going to burn the couple of hours before he passes out and transpose that into his spell book.
Excellent. You do so. Anybody else doing anything before bed?
Nah.
Callista's snoring while Molfin's copying.
I take
After a little while, I just sort of grab one of the sheets and throw it over her head to try to deaden the.
I take
almost like I'm doing it on
Callista's
purpose.
off and put a blanket over her really lightly, and I kiss her on the forehead.
I was just thinking, the crew of the Moon Maiden probably thinks you guys all went down.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Because you guys just left, and then the ship.
Oh, we should tell someone.
Collect life insurance.
We'll message them in the morning.
Okay.
You did
wait,
pay them a lot
guys.
up front, so that was good.
We did pay them a lot of.
That's true.
Yeah.
We'll message them.
Do you really think the Kraken saw another boat right near there and said, "Oh, I'll just ignore that one"?
There's that too.
Okay, that's what we're hoping and praying for. Thank you.
I can pull out my magic photo paper.
I can scry on them.
And just see if he's alive. That
You can.
dude.
Yeah. Are you trying to focus on
Okay.
him?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. Oh no. Please no. If they're dead, I can't. Diana won't be able to live with herself.
You see the captain standing there
Okay.
in your picture frame.
Okay. Cool.
Can I scry on them?
He's alive.
You can if you'd like.
Yeah, he's alive. I just want to check the status of their boat.
Okay.
And make sure that they're all still alive.
Okay.
Not just the captain. Maybe he swam away. We don't know.
Yeah. No, captain goes down with the ship.
Okay.
Good ones do, but who knows?
Oh, shade.
So you're trying
You're
to
not
you're
wrong.
focusing on the captain then?
The
Is it
annoying
possible to focus on the
captain?
ship?
What's that?
Is it possible to focus on the ship?
You can. You just see like probably like the center of the deck
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess I don't know.
because it looks
Then
like it's.
I guess
think the range of
Well,
it.
we
is,
can
like,
try the
10
ship.
feet or
If I
something.
can
We've
see the
spent
center
many
of the
days
deck.
on the ship.
Oh yeah, you could easily. Yeah.
If I can see the center of the deck, do I see like a bunch of people milling about and all that?
Oh yeah, you see a bunch of people milling about. It's.
Okay.
It seems like it started to rain and there's a little bit of like a storm coming
Okay.
in, but the ship is still up and it's still moving.
Okay.
It doesn't
Okay,
seem
good.
like
All
it
right.
seems like there's not like a mass panic, but a little bit of rushing back and forth because of the rain and heavy winds
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But you don't see like a giant tentacle in your vision or anything like that. Like
Okay. That's good. All right. Then I'll go to bed peacefully. Thank you. And we'll message them in the morning and let them know that
okay,
we got out.
perfect.
What else was I gonna do? I was gonna say something, but now I forgot what it was. Never mind.
Okay. Well, I think this is a.
Oh, I remember now.
Okay, go ahead.
Guys, are we gonna fight the dragon tomorrow with the king? Is that what's gonna happen?
Why not?
Yeah, we should.
Well, there is a spell that I could do called Planar Binding, and I could do it at 6th level. I believe it takes 24 hours to do. Basically, we'll have a celestial servant to fight with us if I do it, if we summon one.
Wow.
However, it takes 24 hours to cast, and then I would need to reset my spells again, have an 8-hour rest to reset my spells to get the real ones that we're going to need desperately. But it will be bound to us for like 24 hours. So after I'm done casting it, we'll have it for 24 more hours after I rest.
Do we have that long?
That's the thing, yeah.
Malvin will sort of half look up from his book. Does that spell actually summon the being, or do you have to summon it first?
That's
Go
the
back to his book.
thing. That's the thing. There's 2 different spells that I could use for it. One doesn't mention summoning the being. I believe you need one spell to summon it and then another spell to, bind it. And then there's a second spell that I could use called Planar Ally. That one does summon it. However, it takes a lot of gold to bind it to you. Like about 1,000 gold per hour, basically, that you want to use the being for. So, and if I'm summoning a celestial, it's gonna want gold or a donation to our church, basically. So here, let me see if I can
The Church of Vecna loves their gold.
It's not the Church of Vecna, it's the Church of Ilmater. Just because some cultists invaded us doesn't mean anything. Let me see if I can read the spell out to you guys.
Malvin just goes back to his book at this point, and
But I mean, yeah, if you guys didn't mind waiting 2 more days, then yeah.
I mean,
ask Callista in the morning.
That's a good idea.
I will not be the one to decide that.
Okay. I'll ask Callista in the morning before I
It's
prepare my
just-
spells.
When you wake up first thing, if she's still asleep, just walk over and give her a little bit of a... to wake her up.
Lachlan, as you're sitting there
Yeah.
going through your pouch and some of those
The
findings,
spoils of war,
the spoils of war, on that ship that got sunk by the Kraken, you pull out that black bag. It's filled with 180 gold pieces. As you
okay.
open that up, so it's just a
I
bag of
distribute
gold.
it. Yeah.
That black leather book appears to be Rules, the first mate's diary, his journal.
Anything juicy in there?
Basically, it talks about how much he hates Captain Daggerdark and would love
Kinda
to
picked
see
up on
him
that.
die. And if he
Oh.
had the opportunity to kill him himself, he would fully take advantage of it.
Oh.
And he also claims that this Daggerdark kept on saying that he could speak to the Kraken telepathically, like they had like a really close telepathic bond. And he assumes it must be true because Daggerdark always had these terrible migraine headaches and nosebleeds all the time.
Like the nosebleed we saw from Gramps' girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
And it also
Same thing.
And it also says that it mentions the captain keeps his spell book in his desk, protected by, in quotations, the worst lock I've ever seen.
That's true.
The last thing that you found, it's a what appears to be a jar filled with some kind of dark red liquid, and as you're kind of spending some time with it, you realize this is blood.
Oh, that's what I thought.
But it has a magic essence to it. You have a feeling that this is dragon's blood.
What?
What?
And then as you go back through the diary and start looking at the diary, you notice it's written in dragon's blood. It just looks black because it is dried kind of on the papers.
What?
What?
He uses this as ink.
Why?
Who knows? He's dead.
Okay.
He's dead now. You can't ask him.
That's true.
We'll ask you on the recap.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dragon's blood, jeez. I wonder if we could sell this.
Yeah, that's what you find, and I think that's a
Could trade it for the throne.
We're almost at 10 o'clock, so we're gonna go ahead and take our break right here as you guys are kind of getting ready for your rest for the evening, and we'll take a 5 to 7 minute break, and we will be right back with the exciting conclusion to episode 97 right here at Storm King's Thunder. So, folks, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we will be right back. So, stay tuned.
I'm scared.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back with episode 97 of Storm King's Thunder right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful dungeon master for the evening. We're glad that you're here spending some time with us. Once again, we will be off.
Is that a griffin?
Yeah, that was a griffin hanging out. We will be off next Friday night, as we will be celebrating the holidays this week. So to everybody who celebrates, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. Thank you so much for supporting us and being here. And we're going to dive back into tonight's episode. You guys get a long rest without any problems whatsoever. It's actually very cozy and nice in here. When you can actually, the sconces in here are actually magical, and you're able to like raise and lower the illumination from the sconces in this room, and you guys get a very
Molfin spends like an hour doing that because it's the first time he's had light around him on a regular basis in a while.
Yeah, this one doesn't go out for you. But yeah, it's a very comforting night's rest. No nightmares, no visions, no strange extraplanar entities trying to speak into your minds. A very peaceful night. And now that you guys are all level 12, you guys can go ahead and get all your spell slots back. Your full health.
Hell yeah.
And you wake up ready for the day. It's about that time as you are starting to wake up that you hear Sarissa from down the hallway. Father had some things that he wanted me to discuss with all of you. Is everyone awake?
I'll go open the door.
Okay, you open the door. She kind of just like peeks in. I'm not sure I can really fit.
That's okay. We can come out.
Absolutely. You can see that she's holding a large wooden box as you step out in the hallway.
I'll step out.
Okay.
Molfin will follow right behind her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going out in my footy pajamas. Kidding.
We have some good news. We were able to scry on Iymrith. And we know where she is. But I don't want to spoil it for Father. He gets really particular about that kind of thing. But he did want me to bring you these items as a gesture of good faith. And she puts down the big large box and opens it up, and
Calista looks so confused. She's like, I didn't ask for more.
Yeah, seems like just a gift. Opens up, and inside he or she pulls out 5 potion bottles containing a light bluish liquid that seems to kind of almost sparkle with a little bit of electric energy to it.
Yes.
And she hands them to each of you and says, these are a special concoction that, not that there is anything wrong with the way that you are. Don't take any offense to this. Please don't. But it will transform your body into that of a giant when it's consumed.
What?
These are potions of giant size.
Oh.
Do we still get all our spells?
Yes.
I can
normal,
be
just big.
Mechanically speaking, what does this do? Aside from make us bigger.
I will share that with you right now as I find it in the book. Potions.
That was not what I was expecting.
You're going to be tall.
Giant size. So these are legendary potions. When you drink this potion, you become huge for 24 hours.
Holy
Meaning
crap.
you're about 20 to 25 foot tall after you drink this. Probably Molfin will be more like 18. But
so close.
I love how it's only Molfin. Lachlan gets to be 20-25 feet.
Otherwise, if you are medium or smaller. Otherwise, the potion does nothing. So you can't drink it if you're large or huge anyway.
Gotcha.
For the duration, your strength score becomes a 25.
Oh my god, yes.
Is that a downgrade for Gramps?
No, not quite.
If it isn't already higher, your hit point maximum is doubled.
Define higher.
Let me see. Your current hit points are doubled when you drink. Oh no, that's strange. It says your current hit points are doubled when you drink the potion. So your current and your max are both doubled.
Oh, got you.
So basically, like if
So
you're
it's like
if
a
you're
heal.
hurt and then you take it, like you get double your
It's
current.
proportional, yeah.
Proportional, yeah. That's how it's.
Okay.
In addition,
makes sense.
the reach of your melee attacks increases by 5 feet.
Ooh.
Everything you are carrying and wearing also is in that size for the duration. When rolling damage for weapons enlarged in this manner, roll 3 times the normal number of dice. For example, an enlarged longsword would deal 3d8 slashing instead of 1d8.
Ashland is going to be devastating.
When the effect ends,
For like 8 attacks.
any hit points that you have above your hit point maximum become temporary hit points.
Oh. This is amazing.
This is the best thing to ever happen.
She also produces what looks to be a kind of like large necklace that has what looks like a withering claw on the end of it. This is a item that we've been holding for quite a while for a situation like this. This is called the Claw of the Worm Rune. It will make you more devastating against the enemies that we face.
Oh.
It's a dragon's claw that seems to have been covered with a coat of molten silver. And there is a rune engraved on its palm. If you are wielding it, you have these qualities. Worm Slayer. As an action,
Ashland.
you can point the claw at a dragon within 30 feet of you. The dragon must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or gain vulnerability to all damage types until the end of your next turn.
Ashland.
This property can be used 3 times. The claw regains all expended uses at next dawn. Worm Shield is the second property that it has. While the claw is displayed on your person, you have resistance to the damage caused by any dragon's breath weapon.
Not needed by me.
And then there's this
Maybe
thing.
a Molten thing.
And then the last thing is Worm Ward. You can transfer the claw's magic to a place by tracing the worm rune on the ground with your finger. The point where you trace it becomes the center of a spherical area of magic that has a 100-foot radius and that is fixed to that place. The transfer takes 8 hours of work and requires the claw be within 5 feet of you. At the end, the claw is destroyed and the area gains the following property. While in the 100-foot radius sphere, any dragon has disadvantage on saving throws and can have a flying speed no higher than 10 feet.
Oh. That's like a dragon trap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should have that. It's kind of magical.
My father thought that you should have these.
Thank you.
Because one thing that we did find, and please don't tell him I told you this, but it seems this dragon, like most blue dragons, is immune to lightning damage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's one of our specialties.
Right. Mechanical question, DM. If I drink that potion and I wild shape, does that affect my wild shape?
Your wild shape would be huge as well.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like the biggest bear ever.
Okay, just
Or
checking.
you know, a fire elemental in a blue dragon microwave,
Oh my god.
Oh.
rolling 3 times the dice.
That'd be amazing.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
The Molfin's going to look up at her.
I'm down with this. This is that's what. Because I was gonna cast absorb elements, but if we can do this, we don't really need it.
To take this to mean that we are departing now.
She looks at you, Molfin, and says, Father wants to carry on with this right away. This is extremely personal to him.
I see.
Can we spare time for a meal beforehand?
I'm sure that my father will see to it that we're all very well fed.
No, I'm speaking of a magical imbued meal to protect us. To protect us from the dragon's presence.
Do we have someone that can do this sort of magic?
Hello.
Two people raise their hands. well, great. We'll prepare tables in the auditorium chamber.
Good.
And,
all right.
As Molfin is now very rapidly going through his book and preparing spells.
Okay, sure. Yep. You guys can prepare the spells that you need for the day. And when you're ready, you can head on upstairs to the auditorium where you guys are going to feast.
As you all can hear Molfin muttering, "Gotta leave today. No time to do that. No, can't."
You can see as Sarissa's kind of walking away, she turns around one last glance at you guys. You can see a tear run down her face. I knew my mother was always right in trusting the small folk.
I go up and hug her ankle.
You hug her ankle. She actually bends down towards you and reaches with one arm and gives you a hug, Ashlyn.
You're not so bad yourself.
She looks at you and you're probably gonna have to protect him one more time. I have a feeling he's going to be rather reckless.
We shall see it done.
If he sees this dragon, he might go into a rage.
Me too, but we have friends that control our rages, so that's good.
That is good. It's a good thing that we're all in this together.
Yep. Like a team. Against a blue dragon. Like... Okay. Yeah, okay.
As Ashlyn's conversation kind of drifts off in awkwardness, she stands up and slowly heads up the door, or the spiral staircase, heading toward the chamber to prepare for the meal.
Okay. I will follow.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Seems like she's up there, and she gets a couple of the other storm giants to help push some of the large shell-like tables together, and they prepare a place for you guys to have a meal. You watch as King Hekaton comes out of his chambers, adorned in like full plate armor that looks like it's glistening with gold filigree and decorative elements. As he walks out, he's got a massive great sword strapped to his back. He's wearing kind of like a gold and silver helmet that's decorated with starfish and other kind of coral sea anemones and things like that as he comes out. And he's got this free-flowing cape that hangs down. He almost like seems like Thor with a massive white beard coming out.
Yes.
Crackling electrical energy in his bright blue eyes as he comes out and has a seat at the head of the table.
You look awesome, sir.
Well, thank you. It's been quite a while since I put this on. He kind of brushes off some dust from the side of his peck and looks towards you, Ashlyn. You look like you're well rested.
Yes, quite.
That is good.
Ready to go kick some ass.
My daughter says we're going to have a special meal this morning.
Yes.
It's vegan. Yes.
So it takes 1 hour to consume.
Okay, so you have to have the meal for an hour.
It can be 12, me and 12 other creatures, so 13 people.
Okay.
Oh, up to 12 people. So up to 12 people can do this.
Okay.
So we probably won't get everybody, or will it?
You get all,
I don't know who's
all
going.
of you. It seems as if the king is the only one who is going, from what you guys can see. It seems as if Uthar's not in a very good mood as he assembles here. It looks like your passive insight seems to tell you that he wishes that he was
knows. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
going to be there to protect his brother, but perhaps maybe his brother told him he needs to stay here.
Well, I'm gonna tell Sarissa and Uthar to eat as well, just in case, because no one's going to be here if you're attacked, and we're not here. You should eat.
And
The two of you should eat.
they gesture a gesture of thanks, and they begin to eat as well. They think that's a great idea, just in case.
Just in case.
The king looks at Uthar. Eat up, my brother. Eat up. We need you here to help defend this place, just in case. When she comes back, then you're ready. So you guys gain, what is it? You're cured of all diseases?
Yep,
Immune to poison and frightened. And all wisdom saving throws are made with advantage. That's for 24 hours, right?
Yep, and temporary hit points of 6.
Temporary hit points of
Yeah.
6 for 24 hours.
Cool. Thank you.
Well, I think it increases your maximum for 24 hours as well.
Jeez.
Oh, I thought we rolled that.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
hit
more
point
than
max.
temporary.
That's your hit
It's
point
hit-
max? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
A question: will these hit points stack on top of the hit points that we get from the potion?
If they're not temporary.
Because it's a hit point maximum. It's not temporary.
Yeah, it's hit point max, so yes.
Nice.
In this case, it does stack, yes.
That's 6 to me. Dude, I'm going to have over 200 hit points
Me too.
as a wizard.
Do we want to blow our stuff on this
Hey, Ronan Jin, thank you so much for the
dragon,
follow. We
or-
appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Or do you think we'll eventually be going after the Kraken? Wolfen.
Perhaps let us focus on one giant mythical legendary beast at a time. I mean, if we were to wait a few months for me to gain more spellcasting ability, I could summon them together, and then we could just have a giant cluster of
No.
bad ideas.
Not a fan of it. No.
Although if you summon the Kraken on land, like in a desert.
Oh, and I don't have to cast Goodberry! Ha!
Okay.
Yeah. Your stomach is full for once, Molfin.
It's a magical food.
Wow.
If you were to cast teleportation,
I get one more spell slot.
Callista has an extra spell slot today. That's great.
Yes! Would it die in the arid desert?
I would have no way of knowing that. We can certainly attempt to.
No,
I'm
just
strong enough to
teleport.
summon it.
Hey.
Is that ethical?
Well,
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
I don't think I care one way or another, so...
That too.
Oh yeah, good point. Wait. Where's my compass? Who is my moral compass in this game?
Diana.
Hello, yes, you rang?
Yes, there's some kink shaming that needs to be done, so we called you.
Okay. Don't do that. Bad. What am I
have
shaming?
more
Wait, I'm
spell
more
slots
like
to
Calissa,
prepare,
I guess.
and
I have a
spells
list.
too.
Huh.
You have what?
I have a list.
Oh, wait, what? Me?
No, yeah, you don't have a list. You're too nice. I don't have a moral compass in this game.
Oh, I have a list.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's only Dorn.
Mine
That's what a list is as one person.
It's
Yeah,
a post-it note.
It's Everyone else has got these like mile-long scrolls of people they want to kill, and Diana's just like got one name written on the back of her hand, like
She scratched.
Little note to self.
Scratched it in
Yeah.
like a scar with your fingertip. Or something.
No, ew, no. I would not want his name permanently on me. It's just written in ink.
All right. The king, after eating, wipes some of the food away from his massive beard. It's like, oh, so here's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not like, well, I'll be honest, I'm not very sneaky.
Really?
Don't really prefer that method. My method is, I'm just gonna go in there and kick her ass. So,
I love that.
Can't argue with that.
so what we...
Do you know how to do the fist, sir? Like the... Here, just put your fist up.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, let's pound fist, because I think that we just had a movement there.
Pound fist? You really want me to pound your fist?
No.
How does... So just hold my
just
fist
hold you
right
there.
here. Okay, I'll hold it.
And I'll just jump up and I'll pound yours.
Oh, wow, you're really strong. I was surprised at
Thank you,
the impact.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So what was that called?
Fist bump.
Oh.
Show someone that you're in solidarity with them.
He takes it over and he slowly slides it over to Uthar, sit next to him. Hey, brother, join me in a fist bump. And he goes like that. And Uthar looks like he's not really sure what to do, but he goes, yes!
Yeah.
There's something thrilling about this fist
know.
bump.
It'll catch on.
We can learn a lot from these small folk.
That's what we learned. That important shit.
Well.
And thus, the fist bump has been invented.
Well done.
And he says, I will take my trusty steed to the coast of Whalebones, where there I will climb onto the back of a massive rock. There I will fly across the sea and make my way.
How do you fly on a rock?
It's a
It's like ours, Ashlyn.
it's a
Our
big
bird.
It's a
I pull out the figurine.
it's a monster-sized bird. Yes.
A rock. I got you. I know where you all are.
There we will fly, and I will lead us to where we found her to be staying in a ruined amphitheater in the Anarok Desert, just north of Azkar.
Well, that'll do it.
You don't say!
Yes.
Huh.
Once I get there, I'm just gonna smash the life out of the place.
Well then!
I can take you all with me on the back of the bird if you choose. Or unless anybody has a quicker route.
Nope. I don't
How long of a journey by flight would it be to the Whalebones from here?
It could take a few days.
Okay.
But now that you had that meal, you're kind of like, man, we got to do this now.
Yeah.
Great.
But you can always, like, stop somewhere on the outskirts and do it again if you needed to.
That's true. Shit. Okay. I mean, hang on a second. I'm gonna pull out the sending stone to Clarion.
Okay.
Found the king. He's alive. Now we're all going to kill that blue bitch. You in?
You free Friday?
The first message you get is, "But Callista, I thought you would never ask."
I love him so much.
Thank goodness I finally heard from you. I found a boat out here.
Oh. I forgot about it.
Oh no! You ghosted him.
I ghosted him. Hey, it's fine. He ghosted me for months. It's payback.
I was a little worried. But I trusted. And yeah, so yeah, well, where is it that we're going?
Who has message?
Quick question. Having seen her in and about these chambers when we were down here,
Yeah.
how familiar am I with Iymrith?
You think familiar enough.
Wolfen looks at the group. I have a very interesting idea.
Do you want to wait for Clarion to come with us?
Well, how soon can he be here?
Well, we gotta message him and let him know where it is and see what he says.
You're also like below the ocean surface.
That is true.
Probably.
I do not think that they would necessarily enjoy us bringing someone of that nature here.
Oh.
Wait, what?
The king.
Giants don't like dragons.
Yeah.
Well, if we're upfront and honest with him about it, if the dragon's gonna kill the dragon that's been
Like his
fucking with his
daughters?
family for so long,
That's
Ooh.
Wolfen's going to cast Sending to Clarion.
Okay.
Do you have any arcane means to travel to Azkor?
Molfin, the only arcane means I have are these wings on my back. They get me to the places that I need to go. I know where Azkor is.
But Molfen would know from what the king just said it would take Clarion days to get there, right?
It would.
Bloody hell.
depends how we want to do this. It's an option that's on the table. We don't have to, but
I don't want to keep burning my arcane means to speak with him. My thought is I can bring us all to her now. We could be standing in front of her. Like that.
We could do that and wait for Clarion to get here, which might take some time.
But again, do we really want someone like that to come in here?
Probably not in here, probably like near here or...
Yeah.
We are at the bottom of a massive swirling vortex of water.
Oh.
That's what that was.
At this point,
In his
Molfin,
human
you
form.
receive a message in your mind. It's Crowan.
hello?
It seems I have assembled quite an interesting group of heroes that are ready to set out to help.
So we
Seems
wait.
I've gathered an interesting figure named Sarvin,
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
Yes.
along with
We're definitely gonna win now.
Yes.
along with a couple members who say they are looking for the Cobra.
Oh no.
Oh!
nice.
Forgot about them.
Very flamboyant fellows. They are. You should see how they're dressed. They
Bringing in the big guns.
Also, I've reached out to your friend Harshnag. He's 100% in.
Yes.
Yeah, he would be.
Also, there's this strange halfling farmer. It says that Sarvan trained him to use a bow better, and he wants to help.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
His last name Orange Peel?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All our friends are gonna
We
die.
have to wait.
And strangely
God.
enough, there's this other person named Glitter Wrench.
Oh no, I still have his extra nuts and bolts.
Yeah, you do.
He came like flying in on some contraption. It's just the strangest
Who's
thing.
Glitter Winch? I never met him.
But we're waiting for your return. And that's the end of the message.
Guys, who's Glitter Winch?
Mulfin is just looks up at the Storm King. Sir, your kingliness or highness, or don't know your proper term.
Yes.
A friend has just sent me an arcane message, and it appears we have quite the band of troops who are willing to join us in this little
We have
escapade to wipe out.
allies?
Yes,
At least 4.
a odd dragon-born fellow who likes to craft things out of wood.
He looks at you strangely and he's like, how does that help us?
Dragonborn.
This individual once tore the eye out of a beholder with his bare hands.
A beholder? I've only heard the stories of these creatures.
This one tore an eye out of one.
Are you
Lapa
serious?
blew one up.
Yes, we actually had the misfortune of meeting the beast. A
Didn't
group
go
of
so well for him.
snakes that seemed to be fairly decent archers and thieves.
And I potentially have a dragon, metallic, on our side that wants to see her done.
He looks at you strangely at first, Callista, and is like, are you sure this dragon can be trusted?
I trust him with my life.
And he wants to see this other dragon dead.
He's just been waiting for me to ask.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh.
This is even better.
But it will take them a few days to get there. So as much as I like the idea of teleporting in and just destroying her, I fear it is best that we take your mode of transportation on the bird, as it will enable all of our groups to arrive concurrently. And then the entire power behind the almighty Storm King and the band of small folk that he has drawn to, I don't necessarily want to say aid, but to join him in this conquest of destroying this beast.
Uthar, listen closely to how this individual speaks to me. Take note, because that is how you properly address me, brother. And Uthar's like, whatever. He's like, he does his like go to his food.
Oh.
I wonder he's so grumpy.
I love the way you speak to me. Small gnome it is, right?
Yes, my liege.
Mulfin, yes. Oh, wow. I feel exuberance overflowing within me. Yes. The great king, the great Storm King Hekaton, riding in on the rock, with the sunset blistering behind him, as his army of small folk strike the dragon dead.
And another another giant.
Yes! Another giant? What?
Giant. Yeah.
There's another giant?
Oh, no, because Mulfin didn't say his name.
Oh,
The
okay.
party would know that.
Who's the other giant?
Well, we have among our allies,
my
Harshnag.
best friend, that's a giant.
You know the legendary Harshnag?
You know
yes,
the
yes.
legendary Harshnag too?
No, he's
He
kind of
is currently living at our house.
he's kind of a jerk sometimes, but
The best.
Agreed.
I guess
Yes.
I tolerated him when I could. Other times I just ignored him.
Well, he's currently staying at our estate back home.
Well,
He sacrificed himself and almost died saving us.
shall
so
we stop and pick him up?
Probably a good idea. Unless he's going with the other people.
He is with Crowan currently. Well, hold
Oh,
on.
did
Let me at
Crowan-
least
did
respond
Crowan-
to him. This has been...
Yeah, find out if Crowan's got Harshnag. Like, did he go to our house and get him?
So, Malfin, now that he just had the time, is going to respond to Crowan. Wonderful news. Yeah.
Everybody in chat's like, endgame spoilers, endgame spoilers.
Yeah, this is all endgame.
We're preparing for the final battle, folks. That's right. Hey,
Listen, the movie's been out for like a year.
I just saw it like a few weeks ago.
I did too on Disney Plus. Because I never got the movie.
My bad.
Yep.
Diana ruined the movie for all these people. Don't join in on Tuesday when Diana spoils
Star Wars?
Star Wars for everybody.
Yeah.
Malfin
Darth
said
Vader
that
is Luke's father.
wonderful news. Is Harshnag with you, or do we need to pick him up? Meet south of Ascor. And how long did he say it would take? Like 3 days?
Yeah, probably like 3. Rocks can fly pretty fast.
And we have an extra one if we need it.
Mm-hmm.
So do I tell him to meet us in 2 days or 3 days? How long does
I would say it'd
the
probably be
captain
better.
move?
It'd probably be better to do 3 days.
Okay.
3 days.
Probably give you more
Meet
time.
south of Ascor, 3 days.
He messages back. I have not picked up Harshnag yet, but I've contacted him via, well, this very spell. He says he's probably going to have a problem leaving without some of the other folks where he's staying. Apparently there is a goblin named that claims to be a queen that wants to come too. And there is someone who claims to be Callista's father
Oh. Oops.
that will not sit this out.
Oh, damn it.
Malfin will respond.
Time to bring the
Oh.
staff.
I will. We have means of transport. I will go to collect Harshnag and deal with the others.
You get another message back. I guess I will see this shrouded face of yours in about 3 days.
Malfin's going to look up at Calista.
Can
That's
you
better
send a
than what
message
I
to
got.
Clarion to meet us there as well?
I didn't even get an I love you
I am
back.
rapidly
God.
running out of arcane abilities.
You're
for the day.
sleeping. You're only fine. You can sleep on the bird.
So I've said message to Clarion.
Thank you.
Ugh. Clarion, meet us south of Ascor 3 days from now. Won't be hard to find us. Look for the 2 giants, the army of small folk.
Ooh, should we tell Galvin to come?
2 giants. Army of small folk. We got this in the bag.
Oh,
But
He's in
the minute after, gonna cast sending again. Apologies. 7 giants.
7 giants. Where are you getting all the giants?
the giants.
One more cast back.
He's burning all your spell slots.
And just one word. Spoilers.
Hey, Dan on the Moon, thank you for gifting the subscription. We appreciate that, man. Dan on the Moon,
He did that
in the last
yesterday.
2 days, is like gifted like
No, you're
6
so
or 7
nice.
subscriptions to the channel. So thank you so much, Dan. We appreciate it.
Thank
Yes, we
you.
do.
So amazing.
That was,
So yeah,
Well,
it
for
seems
those of them,
like
Morphin's gonna be-
Clarion's on board, and
Hell yeah.
He's
If
just-
he gets
Morphin's
Galvin, he can get
he's just trying to visualize
this.
this image that you're portraying to him in your message. It's like
Oh,
these
he's gonna be in for something. So now Morphin is. I'm now burning my 7th spell slot to cast Sending to Harshnag.
Hey,
Come on, say hi.
Actually, before I do
hey,
that, looking at
before I
Callista,
gotta thank Dan on the Moon for another gifted sub. Thank you, Dan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Given
Oh my God.
seven
Man.
gifted subs
You're on
to
a
the
streak.
channel. He is
Wow.
the star gifter, #1 gifter on our channel right now. So thank you so much, Dan.
Hell yeah.
Morphin's gonna look at Callista. Callista, can I borrow your big bird?
Sure. I'll hand it over.
That's... Okay, so
Wait, so
When
the
we
rock is a
take
rock?
a rock
This
is a
one
rock.
is.
Unless a
But
rock is
mine's-
a rock,
mine's
in
a
which case
figurine
rock
of a
is rock and not
swan.
rock.
Oh, I get
I
it.
thought it, but
It's-
is it
it's
made
like
out of
a-
rock?
No, it's like a marbled statuette
That's a
of a
rock.
swan.
Like
Well, I guess it's a
yeah.
A marble is a rock, Ashen. But,
Good
the plan
observation.
is such.
Okay.
When we leave with His Royal Highness shortly, I will use this one to go and pick up Harshnag, as he is not with Crowan. And then, as we're flying, I'm assuming over towards that direction, just sort of break off, pick up Harshnag, and then just meet back up.
Okay, so I see what you're saying.
Should I go with you?
But you're welcome to if you can, if you would like to.
Okay.
And then, and with that, Molfin's going to sort of stick this in, and then
Nightstone wouldn't be too far off of where you're going, Molfin, if Ashlyn indeed wanted to try to pick up Galvin on the way. But that's up to you guys.
I have no idea what he's speaking of. Harshnag, Ashlyn and I will be coming to pick you up on Giant Bird. The time is nigh.
You
Not
get
yet. It's not
You-
like now.
You get a response back. Nigh. Huh. Well, I'm ready now. So when you get here, I'll be ready and waiting. My axe is ready to hack and slash. Tell Ashlyn I said hi.
Aww.
Love him. My boo.
Dan on the Moon, thank you so much for the words in chat. Yeah, I know some people don't understand this D&D thing, but thank you for supporting us, and I'd like to know where you got recommended to the channel. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool that somebody recommended you. We appreciate it. You are muted, Matthew, if you're trying to talk to us.
Thank you. I tried to cough and muted myself
That's
again.
all right.
Without saying anything to Ashlyn, Molfin is going to cast message again. Sending again.
This poor guy.
Hello, Galvin. I know I'm going to be asked to send this to you anyway, so I might as well save myself a step. We are off to fight in Ancient Blue Dragon. Ashlyn would like to know if you would care to join us.
After a few moments, you get a response back. An ancient blue dragon, huh? Well, things are kind of slow here. And I would kind of like to see Ashlyn again. You have my bow.
No, and my ox.
Molfin's not going to tell her.
The 5th is not good for me. Did you ever see that meme?
Wow.
Molfin's just not going to say anything, just going to sort of pick up Harshnag and then drop down. pick him up.
Surprise.
Okay.
Okay.
Surprise date with a Harshnag chaperone, because that's not going to intimidate the guy. got creepy. You got
Date with your best friend. Oh yeah, that's never awkward.
That's an interesting second date to have, you know, going to slaughter an ancient blue dragon together.
Hey, you know.
That seems like a
With your
D&D date.
creepy uncle and your giant best friend.
Yeah.
It's like getting invited to the family holiday Christmas party after you've gone out once and you're not even sure if you're exclusive yet.
This is very specific.
Yeah.
Very on the nose.
I know.
And Wolfen is going to look at the group. Now, if I am done being everyone's transceiver, I am rather spent.
I don't know what a transceiver is.
After having breakfast, Molfin's ready for bed already.
Yeah.
No,
I know,
I'm ready
it's
for
like a filling
at least a
meal.
short rest. I can regain some of my abilities, but
Oh yeah, you can. Dan, we know Very Small Sock. We've seen her in the chat a lot. That's awesome. Thank you for that.
yes, and thank you, Very Small Sock.
Very Small
Yeah,
Sock.
thank you.
Shout out to you
Thank you,
for recommending us. Thank you. All right. So what's
I would ask the king if you wanted to spar with me.
I think it'd probably be best if we saved our resources and energy for the
And
enemy.
we should be
don't you
leaving
think?
soon.
Oh, we're
Yes,
leaving soon. I thought that we were doing the 3 day
We have a
thing.
lot of travel ahead of us.
We have to
We-
travel the 3 days.
We will be traveling for 3 days, Ashlyn. Straight.
Ow! I
Which,
thought we were bathing somewhere.
Brings me
Okay.
to my other, well, you see, we're really deep in the ocean, and, there is water pressure can be quite brutal out there in the water.
Okay.
But we could also, I could use the magical abilities of this place to reverse the vortex, push us all to the surface.
That'd be like a interesting experience. Okay. Is there anything bad about this idea? You're ending your sentences like questions?
Well,
So if you-
if you've
well,
never
but-
been in a swirling vortex of water before, it's
Okay.
not the most comfortable thing.
It's a good thing I prepared this spell then. I just had a feeling, considering where we are. So I ritual cast water breathing on all of us, just in case he's...
Well, that makes
Okay.
things a lot better,
Yeah.
he says.
Okay.
At least you won't have to hold your breath for thousands of feet.
That's what I thought.
That's true.
So that lasts... What does that last? 24 hours.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's awesome. No concentration either.
No concentration, and it's a ritual, so I'm good.
All right. That's awesome. So you spend your 10 minutes casting that.
Yep.
And you preparing to leave, or are you going to stay here a little longer, or are you guys...
I think we're
Gonna head out.
preparing to head out so we can all match around the same time frame.
And as the king stands, his brother Uthar stands up beside him. He's like, "Brother, be careful." And they both share one last kind of like half brotherly hug. And
Fist bump!
oh, right.
Fist bump
And
moment.
they hold up their hands one more time, and there's just something empowering about that move.
Yeah.
And he hugs Sarissa one more time and looks at her, kind of puts his fingers under her chin and raises her gaze to meet his. And, well, you have the scepter. If anything happens to me, you know what to do. She starts to cry a little bit and embrace him one more time, and just come back. Just come back. He's like, where are your sisters? Got more important things to do right now than chase them around. And he kind of clambers off, heading towards the stairs. Looks like he's leading.
Wait, he
you.
was just told that they left?
He just noticed
he
that they're
said
not
he had
there.
more things to
Oh. Okay.
Kind
That'd
of
be
like
convenient.
usually what I do with my kids. Oh, they're probably playing video games.
Can't even say goodbye to me. I'm on this important mission.
Exactly.
I gotta go to work.
I might die.
It's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, I followed the king.
All right, you guys head on down. It seems that the vortex in the center is spinning upwards and sending the water in the opposite direction. You watch as he slowly steps down into one of these large pools of water, like where the other two sisters had escaped from, and he begins to dive down and starts swimming. Are you guys following?
Oh, yeah.
And so you
Our
guys...
swim is half our run speed, right?
I'm just gonna turn into a water elemental and follow.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna follow at 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, swimming speed is half your movement. So
30 feet.
seems like
12.
it seems like the king doesn't have much of a problem swimming. he's okay. He's
I'm
doing
good.
swimming down, and then you can see there's like this tunnel that leads out into where the vortex is, and there's these portcullises that are open in this tunnel. And you guys swim through, and you watch as the king just gets swept up in this vortex and starts to disappear upwards, where it's the swirling water, and then you're all kind of just scooped up, and you can feel yourself rapidly spinning and heading up towards the surface. Molfin.
Is it air in the middle of this? Like, is it open?
It is a little in the center, but it seems like you're being jostled around so much that even if you wanted to try to control yourself, the only way you'd be able to is magically to like get out of this. Because basically imagine you in a spinning tornado of water.
In a washing machine.
Yeah.
Can I try to use my 90 feet of swim to kind of like keep an eye on them at least?
It is very difficult. As a water elemental, you can even feel like your form almost being pulled a little bit as you're made of water and you're in water, and it's kind of forcing this vortex. You actually get stretched out, and you look like a slinky for a little while as you're being pulled out.
Molfin is going to misty step into the middle where there's just air.
Oh.
Okay.
And as soon as I hit the middle,
yeah, you're gonna turn on your jetpack and just go. No, just.
I'm gonna cast Resilient Sphere, which is now full of air.
Nice.
And just let the ball of air rocket me to the surface.
All right.
As no physical object can pass through it.
You're ridiculous.
Okay, perfect.
You're just
So now I am completely out of spell slots above second level.
Great.
The dragon appears.
You guys make your way to the
I'm
surface.
saving my bubble.
And you are met at the surface by a bunch of what he gets. There is a killer whale, and there's a bunch of dolphins.
Ooh.
And they seem to follow the king's command. And the king grabs onto the whale. He says, he looks towards all the dolphins and looks at all of you and says, "Hold tight, my friends. They know where we're going."
I'm good.
Some awkward.
Why not?
You gotta have like a water bottle next to you when you speak, so you just like.
Yeah.
And you guys are riding your way towards Whalebone Islands. Whalebone's where he's headed, which is a series of islands. You guys arrive there without much of a problem, and we can kind of like fast forward this a little bit because there's not really anything that's going to take place here. He does summon a rock, is able to come and kind of lands on the beach of Whalebones. It gets its name because right off the shore, there's just a bunch of where it looks like a whale graveyard.
Oh, wow.
On the edge.
Yep.
So it's got these massive whale bones there. That's where he got his name. You don't really go into the island or venture in there very much. He's just basically on the shore. And this rock comes and lands near the beach, and he prepares and he gets up onto the back of the rock, and he gestures for all of you to join him.
Climbing right on with him.
Right.
Yep.
Drop my form and get on.
Splashy water elemental on the back. Yeah, you guys, easily enough, the rock takes off, and it looks like he's in great control of this creature as you make your way across the ocean. He flies above the clouds. You guys see there's a couple times where there's like little storms passing through, but you're above them. You can see the lightning kind of crashing down, and he seems to take delight in seeing the lightning. There's just something
It's
about
his thunder.
Yeah. He enjoys it. And eventually, after some montage of flying across the sea, you arrive at your estate, just north of Waterdeep. The dumpster fire. Well, actually, you guys were going to go split up, right? Is that what you guys had planned?
Right.
Okay.
Or
So
would you just let that line and just sort of dive down, scoop them, and just...
absolutely. You guys go ahead and split off on the other rock. You guys are headed straight to Azkor on the with the king.
Yep.
Okay, you guys are headed straight there. Molfin, you find your way back to the dumpster fire estates, the ranch. It doesn't look like Harshnag is outside right now. It looks like he might be in. It looks like the construction workers that Ashlyn or somebody convinced are actually extending the roof of the barn that's near your estate.
Oh.
And you kind of catch a glimpse of him. Kind of looks like he's inside the barn as they're. Looks like he's helping them remove and put pieces on the roof where they can't reach.
Oh, cool.
So Molfin will send Ashlyn in to collect him.
Okay.
Yep, I'll run in.
During that ride on the rock, would Molfin have been able to get a short rest in?
Oh yeah. You guys.
Same.
That was like 3 days of flying.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
And it seems like the rock didn't even need to take a break. So
wow.
Wait, I'm sorry, that was 3 days just
well,
to get to the shore.
it would have been 3 days to get to the shore, and it would have been another 3 days to get to where you're going. So you would have told
Everybody
Crowan
6
that.
days.
He was assuming 3 days from Waterdeep where you guys were going. So he would have
Oh,
known
okay.
that. Mm-hmm. Sorry, that's your DM assuming other things.
Gotcha.
Because remember, it took you guys like 4 or 5 days by ship just to get out
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
it's still pretty far.
That's true.
Okay.
On one of those days, could Diana message our old crew and let them know that we'll get back to them?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh
this is-
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm supposed to have that.
He's
okay. 'Cause-
absolutely shocked
Alright.
to hear from you because they could have swore that you were swallowed up by a kraken.
We broke out.
Surprise! I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
And you, Ashlyn, head your way in to see Harshnag. Harshnag sees Ashlyn, you've made it back.
Yeah, I thought of this great game we could play. Okay, we install the giantest, biggest seesaw, and I run on one end, and you push down the other end, and I somersault in the air, then run back.
What does that have to do with a saw?
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't a saw? It's like that, and he points to one of the construction workers is like sawing a piece of wood.
I know. Man, do you think if we just describe it to them real well, they'll do that?
Maybe.
Okay.
I like your ideas though, Ashlyn. They're really great. They're really great.
Aw, thank you, Hashtag. Alright, I'm gonna go find a construction dude in like 15 minutes. Tell him like what I want exactly.
Okay. Ashlyn is out now talking to the construction crew when Molfin sent her to just go get Harshnag.
So Molfin's going to go into the house calling for Riled.
Molfin, you've returned.
Yes, it is time to leave. I was warned by Crowan you would not sit this out, so...
Absolutely not. I haven't got a chance to test this thing out yet.
If we can drag Ashlyn back and Harshnag, we are leaving. But I must speak with Gum Gum first.
Oh no.
Absolutely. She's right here.
Oh.
Gum Gum.
Gum Gum,
Gum Gum go with.
it is not safe.
What you mean not safe? Gum Gum is queen. Gum Gum go with you. Gum Gum protect Diana. Gum Gum go.
Wolfen's gonna look down at Gum Gum, look up in the air for a minute. Gum Gum. Now listen very carefully.
Gum Gum killed dragon.
Is he?
And you watch Gum Gum.
Riled.
Gum Gum really quickly pulls out an arrow almost quickly before you can even react to it. Fires a shot that goes over your shoulder, and you hear it go into the wall. And as you turn around, there is a piece of paper that's been like pinned to the wall that has a very goblin-esque drawing of a dragon on it.
Oh.
That she has just put an arrow through its chest.
Nice.
Oh.
Gum Gum got skills now, fam.
Join the archery squad.
Gum Gum leveled up.
Malfa just holds up a finger, casts sending. Diana, your addle-brained niece is demanding to join this. I think it's a death trap for. Do you want the creature along or not?
I mean, she can be reckless and foolhardy. We can kind of keep her to the back of the line, keep her at range, but it's probably not a good idea. If she's insistent, then, and cannot be persuaded otherwise, then bring her, but we'll keep her at range.
Morphin looks at Gum Gum. Gum Gum, you need to understand something. Riled was called away. You have to keep Diana's mother safe. Riled left. We were never here. And Morphin is casting Modify Memory. So she has no recollection of us being here. She just knows that Riled had to leave. And she is now protecting Diana's mother.
Wisdom saving throw, huh? Let me
They're my forget-me-nows, Michael.
That's sweet, though.
let me double check Goblin's
Stop
wisdom. Really
Stop Jedi mind tricking
We
my
just
child.
want to keep her alive. God damn it! She's probably really good with that bow, but we just want to keep her alive.
She's gonna literally get the dragon's gonna walk in and go.
Yeah, I know.
Should have brought
That's
her.
true.
She
Gum
would
Gum would
stay in the back.
110% die, and I would lose my mind.
What does she have to roll?
Wisdom.
That is a wisdom saving throw, I
What's the
think.
DC? A 17?
17, yeah.
Okay, this is whatever this is, it's one less. So here we go. She
Yeah,
fails.
12.
You have successfully modified her memory.
And Molfin is running, and as we get out the door, Ashlyn, Hoshnag, we're leaving now. We have about
Okay.
30 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
great! I'm ready. And you see him put his massive axe over his shoulder and start heading towards the bird. And you guys all climb aboard.
Don't forget your dragon hat.
Riled jumps on board. He's like, you must have done well.
I'll explain on the way and take off because we have a minute before that memory
That
takes.
memory takes yep.
loses it.
And you guys soar off into the air, watching as the Dumpster Fire Ranch gets smaller and smaller into the distance. And you continue to fly and fly and fly. Molfin, are you going to the surprise location of Nightstone, or
Yep.
are you surpassing? So you're going to Nightstone as well.
I reached out to him, so
All right, you see Nightstone in the distance as you remember this place quite well from where this adventure all started 2.5 years ago.
I don't know if I know Nightstone.
Going full circle
starting
here.
to coast down,
I don't know.
looking down into the
that well.
water. Oh, sorry, one last stop. Looking down into the water and thinking of that bloody, stupid idiot nearly drowning himself in the moat.
Yep. You get visions of Moby
Oh.
pulling him out of the moat
That was before his cloak.
when the orcs were trying to raid the town.
Yeah.
hmm And unfortunately, you also have memories of Zolkin and his crew.
Kella,
and the
Callista killing her multiple times.
yeah, and everybody reviving and then death and then reviving and then death. It was an
Molfin
interesting.
sort of grins at those memories because that's the mask and the shroud and everything else. So
You also
I never thought
remember
close was
Molfin.
bad.
You also remember the time you walked through the threshold of that doorway.
He's gonna go burn that house down.
Molfin is going to land on the roof of that house.
You're gonna land on the roof of that house? Oh, he's gonna roll for it.
Oh no.
Cause a little chaos before we go.
Yeah. So
Right on the roof.
Right on the roof?
why are we landing on this roof instead of, a tree? It's a house.
A tree would bend and break.
Okay.
No. I must find something. And
Oh no.
Molfin is going to cast message to Harshnag and just whisper, "Can you yell Gavin in common? I think your voice will carry more than mine."
Sure. So you're landing on this house?
Yep.
Okay, it looks like there's people like milling about in the village, and they're like watching, and they can see this massive bird coming down. Some kids start to like scream and run into a building. You can see that they've kind of rebuilt the place a little bit. There's still some more construction that needs to be done, but you can see like temporary roofs have been replaced, and the boulders from the giant attack from before seem to have been moved, and you land right on this building. You hear the shriek of a woman as she runs out and rolls, like does a barrel roll, as you basically destroyed her place of residence. And it's a tiefling woman.
Yep.
Rolls out and is just like, she looks, what have you done? What is it?
Oh no.
That is my house.
Repayment for an old debt.
What debt are you speaking of? I don't even know who you are.
Do you still wear your necklace?
My necklace.
The one Goblin stole from you.
Wait a second. Wait a second. But who are you?
You cursed my family that day.
You and
Ooh.
Yep.
you
Saw this coming.
you entered my house without permission.
When goblins destroyed Nightstone.
You can tell just by looking at her, she's an older woman. Like she's not like grandma old, but she looks like she's probably, I guess, the tiefling equivalent to like late 50s, probably early 60s maybe. She looks at you and says, "It was not me who cursed you. It was yourself for the choice that you made. You could see the warning written on the doorway. It was there for your eyes to see. Yet, you decided to walk in anyway. I don't know where your future lies, small one, but know this. Your choices affect your destiny. And I see a dark omen placed upon you."
Wolfen's just gonna take off his glove and point at her. We make our own destiny. We have plans. I would recommend staying out of ours. And with that, I'll look up in Harshnag. Would you mind calling out that name so we can leave here?
Excellent. She just kind of slowly starts like walking towards her estate and is like picking up belongings that have got shot all over the yard from when you landed and basically crushed her entire house.
Oh my
Like, it's
God.
just thatch, wooden splinters, boards, furniture, things just laying everywhere. It looks worse than if a giant boulder had have fallen out of the sky and hit the place.
You know what they say,
Are
witches
we-
don't wait for karma. In this case, he's a wizard instead of a witch.
Are we cursed because we entered the house space on the bird?
You didn't enter anything. There's nothing to enter anymore.
You're not. No.
Okay,
And-
good.
It was a threshold.
And that was like a really sneaky warning. Like, there's no real warning.
It was pretty plain and clear if you can understand Infernal.
If you can install
Yeah,
Everybody knows Infernal.
It was written pretty clearly on the door. It is a language that not a lot of people can read.
Yeah. That's the shady part.
So this woman is starting to gather her things, and Galvin, you see Galvin come out of the woodwork here. Looks like he came out of the local tavern and heads up. Whoa! What happened here?
But apparently I'm not a very good driver. Climb aboard. It is time to continue on our way.
Yes. Ashlyn, it is so good to see you. And he gives you a big hug, Ashlyn.
Good to see you too.
Oh yes, Ashlyn, did I forgot to tell you we were picking him up?
Yes, you did.
So is this like, is the Ancient Blue Dragon like a metaphor for something else? Or are we really?
I don't know
Is
what
he
metaphor
Are we really
is.
doing
Is he on the
this?
bird?
Yeah.
If he's on the bird already, we're taking off.
Okay.
Oh.
We're gonna do this. Okay. Yeah.
A metaphor.
No, we're gonna kill an ancient blue dragon if that's cool with you.
Yeah, I know-
Otherwise, we'll have to like drop you off somewhere.
Yeah, and you've told me a lot of stories, and I've seen you guys in action and everything. You know, with the hill giants and all that. So this is something you do all the time, right? This is
Yesterday we saw a kraken. It was kind of cool.
what's a kraken?
Kraken.
Ashlyn, that was 5 days ago, not
It was 5
yesterday.
days ago. Oh, oops.
Time really
you know,
flies here in D&D.
I know.
Changes everything.
About a week ago, we saw a kraken, and that was they're really big squids, like 20, 30 feet long, 50. I don't really know how big it is.
Okay.
I assume it's a large creature or a huge creature. I don't know.
Hey, I'm just glad you're okay.
Okay, good, because I'm not gonna worry about mechanics.
And you guys continue to fly off into the distance, disappearing into the clouds as a female tiefling stares from Nightstone. Looking.
Could I do one last thing?
Sure.
Retroactively, I think Callista, within the day of us leaving on the reset, she would also message Clarion, just kind of giving him the abridged version of what happened and why we ghosted him.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you can easily do that.
It
yeah.
happened really quick. I'm really sorry. I promise I'm meeting you there.
You just get a quick response back that it's okay. I trust you, and I'll be ready. And that's pretty much all you get as you guys are flying towards the desert. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Oh!
As next time on Storm King's Thunder, folks, they are headed to the dragon's lair. So, in 2020, expect it to start off with a bang.
Ooh.
As this episode of this next episode, it will be off air next Friday, and then the Friday after that is Shadowrun. So that means we're gonna have to wait 3 weeks to prepare.
Oh.
Wow.
This sucks.
3 weeks to prepare
Oh, I hate this.
and to get ready. So Mark your calendars, folks. I can't remember what day in January that is. Let me see if I can figure out on my calendar here.
That is the 10th.
The 10th of January.
Oh no.
The 10th?
I don't know if I'm gonna be there.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
We might have to postpone.
Oh no.
We'll keep it open at the 10th for right now, Calista, until
Okay.
you can tell us whether you're going to be there.
Yeah,
or
I'll
not.
let you know.
So we will make an announcement on our Twitter account. So
Could we potentially swing it? I don't know what Zoss's schedule's like, but could we like start later?
Zoss, what's your? Do you work every? You're muted, I believe.
Zoss is
Muted,
muted.
BB.
I work every Friday night at midnight, so
Okay, so yeah, no, we couldn't do that. Never mind.
Start later. Just see what's going on, and we can work with it from there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lip is coming. I have to go pick him up from Seattle because they were dum-dums and didn't fly to Vancouver. They flew to Seattle.
Gotcha.
Bitch, I'm taking Uber.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Any
Only
other
international.
any other announcements that we need to go ahead and make before we end tonight's session?
We'll probably, depending on who's around from the group that have been playing games, we'll probably do throw some sort of stream together for next week if anyone's around. Either Left 4 Dead, Ultimate Chicken Horse,
Yeah.
we got a
Ultimate
bunch of
Chicken
random
Horse!
stuff that we.
I finally got the bunny costume, guys.
Nice.
Insight check tomorrow is probably going to be equally intense since we're rounding down. We are trying to figure out how to save a dead player, so it's going to be interesting.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Very
heard.
interesting.
I gotta go back and watch the episode. I need to go back and catch up
Yeah,
because
me
I
too.
my headphones died, so I
I'll
just
give
went to
you
sleep.
spoilers. Don't listen to what I just said if you didn't hear it already.
No
Wait, what?
spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
So
I said it out loud.
for all of you hanging out with us, I want to make a couple real quick announcements. So this year we did a whole Extra Life fundraiser. We made a goal to raise $500. We destroyed that goal, and we just came up short of like $700. So
Damn.
thank you guys so much for helping us support that local charities and stuff like that. So applause to you guys
Yeah.
for helping us out. Also, we want to just say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for making 2019 so special for me and all my friends here on stream. And just thank you guys. 2.5 years, folks.
I know.
We've been doing this crazy stuff on Friday
Jeez.
nights.
Wow.
So this is
Like I
amazing.
say, here's to 2.5 more.
2.5 more. That's right.
Yeah,
Cheers, my
That's the
friend.
plan.
Cheers.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. All right, so when you're preparing yourself, whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
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 What the
Dan
heck?
on the Moon just
Dan on the
blew
Moon.
us up in Twitch with bits. Thank you, Dan on the Moon. You are incredible.
Wow. Thank you.
Dan on the Moon, next time you stop by and chat, you will have a special VIP diamond next to your chat name. You have definitely earned that VIP status within our chat. So
I think
making sure.
Dan should get the nat 20.
Dan, you get the nat
Yeah.
20 for next time. I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Dan, you have earned the natural 20. At the end of all of our Friday night streams, we give a player who has done something extremely excellent in roleplay or in combat a free natural 20 to use the next time that we're together. So Dan, if you are able to make it to our next episode, you have a free natural 20 in your pocket that you can call out in chat when you want it to be used. That is on any circumstance, whether it be for any one of our players or for your merciful and humble dungeon master. So, Dan, thank you so much for all of your support. You have earned the natural
Thank you,
20.
Dan.
And as you are preparing for the fight of your life against an enemy who stayed pretty unseen during most of this campaign, hiding amidst the Storm Giant's court,
So mad.
the Ancient Blue Dragon that Ashlyn thought took her friend. Don't forget to add that proficiency bonus, folks.
Ayo.
You got a lot of preparing to do for the next couple of weeks.
Oh my gosh.
It took me that long just to think of shoving Molten in a bag.
Which was genius.
Yeah.
You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Okay, love
Merry
you, bye.
Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Love you.
Happy
Good night.
holidays.
Happy everything.